Yeah, I think I'm good. Welcome back to the careful and discerning viewer. Thank you for joining me again as I recall the tales of Killian, Elbin, and Romer. Last time I left you, the three of them did what nobody has done before, in fact. Entered and escaped Barovia while the Dreadlord Strahd still rules over it. There's much to do, and there's far worse things out there than even the Dreadlord Strahd to deal with. You are all in a ramshackle hut. Elbin, it doesn't feel that off for you. There's a ton of herbs hanging, various flowers. There is something that feels incredibly very strong, natural magic. And you know you're in the Baba Yaga's chicken leg hut.
TM, by the way.
TM.
That's our new chain.
I'm working on a
chicken
thing
wing chain
that I don't have to work anymore.
More of a wing guy, but that's fine.
They've got wings too. The two of you, I think it is somehow, the magic is powerful. Both of you feel it. And I think, if I could be so bold, it is a little overwhelming in how much magic it feels like it almost just eclipses all of the power that you have attained yourself.
Her or the hut?
The hut. I mean, you are... Could be her too, but the magic is strong in here.
Right.
Chicken magic.
Chicken magic.
I think Killian would be a little bit in shock after what just happened. They kind of got teleported away and quickly, just sort of looking forward. That was terrible.
What do you think happened to him?
I have no idea. I think he blanked his own mind.
What does that mean?
There's a spell you can do. Make people forget. Make yourself forget. Clear your mind. I think that knowledge he had, he didn't want Strahd to have it.
Can you do it to other people?
I don't recall. It's pretty high level. It's a spell of a higher circle.
I wonder if that's what happened to me.
I was going to ask.
I can't remember.
Do you remember?
I look at her.
If we get back to the library in the tower, I'll research it for you.
I don't know if I want to know, to be honest. But
I'll research it anyways.
thank you.
And I'll think about whether or not you should know.
I trust you. I'll leave it up to your judgment.
Nothing blocking your exit necessarily. There's just the door.
She's out counting fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Has she seen us yet?
I'll say that I think you get the feeling that absolutely she knows right where you are, but she doesn't seem to have stopped now, sitting in a dragon skull that's been cleared off with her.
If I peek out the window, does she look like she's waiting for us?
Not necessarily. I mean, she's close, you would immediately, but she still seems leaned over.
Just counting.
And you see as she comes up to each, a skeletal hand will come up.
I think Killian maybe isn't really feeling talking to her. So I think Killian would turn to the group and be like, do we want to try to get out of here?
As fast as possible.
Killian is going...
I don't know if Strahd... I can't imagine he's too happy with us leaving. He can leave there, can he?
I didn't think so. I got the impression he couldn't.
But he could send others after us.
He can send others.
To the Stani.
That's right.
Something to think about. Alright, let's see if we get the hell out of here.
Killian is going to close the door to the chicken hut and pull out his key. And be like, I hope this works. Try to open the door to the lighthouse.
The key. You push the door open? I thought your hand was just shaking.
Why?
Yeah, but I think Killian probably would be like pushing the door open.
As you push the door, before you is the multi-stained glass of the top of the lighthouse. And you see the lantern lit, the telescope that's looking out. You see it looks like it's been shined. The smells here they sound like construction. You smell sawdust. You smell kind of alchemical concoctions that might be brewing somewhere else. Things seem just a bit more clean since the last time you've been here. But before you is the top of Skyhorn Sanctum.
I think Killian is going to breathe it like, I think he'll reach out and put a hand on Elbin and sort of look over at Romer and do the same. I think he's just kind of spent from it. Thankful to be back.
Did we get through?
Oh yeah, okay. if you want to go through.
Yeah. I'm sure. I think Rummer would be backing through with his sword out, making sure that she's not going to come through behind us, and then close the door if there's a door to close.
There is, and as you feel a wooden door, but as soon as it hits its own threshold, it's the iron door.
Nice.
That kind of comes through, where you see the symbols of Skyhorn.
And Killian will take the key and kind of fold it in his hand and put it away. I'm so thankful to be back.
I'm going to go see Buckley. And he just walks off.
So as you start walking down the spiral staircase, the next room that is clearly set up is a library. It looks like it's a kind of miniature laboratory too. You do see Amelia in there since you're the first one down, and she seems a bit startled at first. Like,
Amelia? They're upstairs. Just got back.
The key worked.
It did?
Interesting. Welcome back. As you continue down, there's far more rooms that are cleared out. I mean, you only really saw 3 levels when you were first here.
I'll stop and kind of back up the stairs. How long were we gone?
You've been gone for about 5 weeks.
Okay.
It's been like 2 nights for us, right? Yeah.
And he just kind of, I don't know what to deal with that. And he just keeps going.
You continue to go down, and as you're looking, you look out one of the windows, and where it looked like this entire tower was like sunken in stone, they've cleared off most of it. It looks potentially through magical means.
Okay. I was going, just these 2?
But, I mean, there are a couple
power
people...
washing?
Yeah, they...
No, Tio did it.
You go down, there's a small kitchen kind of set up, a few beds. You continue down the stairs until you hear knocking and things moving around. And you come in the door, and Buckley is kind of directing a few people, and they clearly look like they're from Darkon. Just kind of complexion. He's like, that's right. Move that one over. Right. What? Careful. And he turns around and he's like, Roma.
Buckley?
He's like, how you doing, mate?
Well, to us, we were only gone 2 days. Apparently it's been a bit longer.
Oh, yeah, it's been about 5 weeks.
I don't even know how to wrap my head around that. It's good to see you, mate.
You too. He's like, hired a few workers here. Of course, you all have final say, but they're good lads. He's like, hey, lads, this is Roma, one of the people who runs this place. And they'll look up, they're like, yeah, my lord.
No, none of that. Just Roma.
All right, Roma. Sounds good. Buckley's like, while you're here, I'm sure that the others are going to want to see it too. Something a bit strange, didn't know what it meant. Amelia said it meant something though.
What are you talking about?
Like, come check a level down.
Alright.
Takes you down the next stairs, and it's still a room that's kind of just full of debris and rubble.
Well, they cleared, cleared away and opened?
They've cleared enough to, it looks like both of these levels, they've cleared out enough to kind of get in and start getting stuff out, but they're still, just filled. You see scratched across the walls, roughly, Martos, Axtios, Diomene.
It's probably not good.
Sorry. Yeah, a bit creepy. Bit creepy.
We'll just stay out of here.
You got a cat?
Assume you've had some time to make some good brew.
I'd like to tell you yes, but that wizard lady is pretty tough. She said that priority number 1 was clearing this place out so that more people could live in it. And she don't take no for an answer, Cap.
I'll have one with her.
Like, I got 1 bottle.
No, I've got a bottle. I have one of the wizard of wine.
Oh, yeah.
bottles.
He's like, oh, even better. He pulls out, he already has cups just... He's like...
And I just spend some time just going over what, getting logistics and stuff, what's
He'll let you know, you guys can play a dragon chess game, kind of over it and drink. He's going to fill you in that, yeah, exactly. They've had a couple workers. They hired a few people who just kind of came and did some jobs and left. Said that a few druids helped out, some local druids that helped clear a lot of the rock that was on the outside away. As much as he said he wanted to set up the still, he is fairly impressed by Amelia. He's like, I mean, we got a lot done. And, he lets you know who it's like maybe 4 or 5 just kind of...
locals.
They're kind of just handymen, it looks like, that have been clearing stuff out. He lets you know how capable each one of them are. He's like, not fighters, but they can get it done. I'll leave you there with them.
Works.
All right.
The 2 of you are...
Real quick, I think right when Romer heads down, Killian would kind of stop and just look at Elbin. And I think he's looking kind of rough. And I think Killian would just be like, oh, a lot of people are left to die there. That was a tragedy. Wait, where's that?
I was just about to ask that question.
Shit. Honestly, I totally forgot that Adam was there. I completely forgot about that. Y'all left him at the Baba Yagas.
No, Adam!
Yeah, Adam, in fact, has been so quiet that you both look around and he's almost inquisitively looking back and forth between both of you. And actually, I'm going to just stop for one moment. At this point, the sun has risen, and those first rays stretch out across the horizon and start illuminating each one of those multicolored panes of glass. And Adam, you hear that hammer drop with the chain. He's like, what? What is that?
Glass.
No. The light.
The sun, Adam. He's never seen the sun.
That's the sun.
What is a sun?
I'm glad you asked.
Elvin jumps out of the window.
I think he would probably go into have you got an apple? All right. I think he would go into the cosmology and explain it to him.
As much as this seems completely new to him, you just looking at him, you get that he's tracking. Mm-hmm. It's like it's not all connected yet, but you can see that he's listening intently, and he kind of stands, looking out from where the lantern is. I did not know that things could be so beautiful.
I'm glad you get to see it.
As am I. I will let you go back to discussing what you were discussing.
There's no need. Let's head downstairs.
He's like, I would like to stand up here for a time.
All right.
That's fine. Don't look directly at it.
Okay.
Especially during an eclipse.
He's... Oh, here we are. I mean, he does. He just... A little inscrutable, maybe in the emotions that... If he has any that he's feeling, but you can see it's intently, and you can see the gears turning behind his eyes.
Cool.
You guys do head down, though?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll head down to Amelia.
Amelia is now waiting. She's like, welcome back.
Thank you. How much time has passed?
About 5 weeks.
Wow.
How long
It's 2 nights.
I wonder if it's a standard deviation in time, depending on where we're going, or if it's completely subjective.
Well, there's something else, too. We traveled to another realm yet from Darkon. And that was another time shift. In fact, it must have been at least a year or 2 years before now, backwards in time. And I think we saw the very beginning of a chain of events that we're suffering from now.
It's a dangerous thing to mess with time.
It is indeed. We should probably get researching soon.
Did you get what you went for?
We did.
I did hear a bit about the realm you were going to. Your doctor friend, Van Richten, showed up with his girl.
How was he?
Girl was wounded bad. Werewolves took off the whole bottom half of her leg.
Sorry to hear that. Will she live?
Aye, she will. Van Richten's still a capable doctor. Managed to do that. I thought it was his daughter. He stayed up days with her while she was feverish. On the upside, I brought all the books I thought I had kept back in Waterdeep. She's like, got a couple of Ulfgars, too. One of them, diagram for his leg. Gnomish design. Gave it to the doctor and the girl. Should be able to help him. Should be able to walk again.
Good. She deserves it.
He had a lot of good things to say about you two.
He's a good man.
Grave, but a good man. So you did get what you went for?
We did, and I think we'll be heading back to Toril soon.
Well, I've done a few calculations, and I think I know how to make travel a bit more exacting.
Oh,
At least for places we've been to.
Makes sense. Excellent work. What has been going on in the 5 weeks?
Well, had a few traveling people that I paid to do some work, and including a few druids. If you look out the window, and you see most of the earth, they mowed it away, set it over there. So we've cleared out most of that. Hired a few people, of course, that you have final say to. I looked in their heads, all good people.
That should be fine.
Where's Tio?
Tio is in the lower levels. He has grown... a lot.
Too much.
No. Okay. He's about the size of a dog. He's cleared away most things, though there is something I should tell you. On one of the lowest levels that we've cleared, there's still a bunch of debris. They brought me down. Scratched into the walls were 3 words. Martos, Axtios, Diomene. I did a little research. They're hundreds of years old. It's not fresh scratches. Nothing got in here. I've put up a few arcane alarms. Nothing got in. They've been there.
That
For
makes no
hundreds of
sense.
years.
What is it? A message?
Seems following us. Those words.
I don't know what it could be.
I've experienced it in Jolt.
I was there. That sorcerer kept saying it.
I experienced it again. When we fought the god, right? Didn't he say it?
When we
I
were
told you-
freeing-
That's right, that's... Yeah,
I told you that my patron had
yeah.
given me that.
And when we were freeing...
Actually, I think that's
Right.
something I said to you guys.
I think it was, you're right.
When we were freeing Amelia, right?
That's it. Exactly. Those are the words that you, when you first heard it in there. And she recognized too, but... And you saw it at Van Richten's when he said that he saw his old journals, but when you looked in all the books, it was just scrawled over and over again.
Never before I encountered you.
Same. I guess we'll figure that out. There's no point puzzling over it right now. We won't find the answers. Hired people, huh?
I can dismiss them if that's what you want.
Well, that's fine, but we'll have to take into account that we've got mouths to feed now. We'll have to make income.
Indeed. You can have some of them work for themselves. That'd be good. I'd suggest maybe adventurers. Don't have too much room left to keep a standing guard, if you will.
Alright, we can think about it.
But I've got a few feelings that the lower levels will have more room.
How much more to clear?
Unsure. Haven't found an end yet.
That's exciting.
Also, if you look out, you'll notice, as you look out the window, she's like, as we cleared the dirt, there's almost smaller towers that are connected with small bridges, kind of on the sides, at different levels. One you see that stretches out almost like a courtyard, and it almost looks like an egg is on the end of it, with the exception that the top is cleared out, and it almost looks like a hollow. And there's small grass growing, and a small wall up. She's like, that could be a room you might want. Any one of you could take any of these. It's a bit more private. She's like, we've got everybody else bunking downstairs for now.
I think that would do fine.
Good. Elvin would look at one of the grassy areas and say, I think I'd like to make something that feels like home.
Thought you might had a couple druids. They just got it going a bit. Got it growing a bit.
Okay. Thank you.
Where'd Romer get off to?
Probably went down there after that drunk. Buckley's been good, though. He knows how to lead other people, and frankly, he's a bit better talking to people who aren't me.
Understood.
I'm not great with people who don't want to talk about magic, adventures, whatnot, so...
Understood.
He's good at running the day-to-day.
He's our foreman.
Indeed. Keeps trying to set up a damn still. I told him we have other work to do.
I can imagine where he got those orders.
If we're going to attract adventurers, you should let him do it. Especially if he's good at it.
And if we're to keep Romer.
I don't disagree. We had bigger fish to fry, as they say.
Understood.
We've got enough rooms for everybody. This is the library we've set up. She pulls out a hole. It's just she's like, cleared out my own library, brought it in. A few of my things. Obviously, it's at anybody's disposal, but didn't have much else back in Waterdeep waiting for me. So, brought it here.
Where is the lighthouse right now? I don't remember.
We're in Darkon.
Yeah, it's just another realm.
Okay.
Looks very Eastern European. It looked a bit like Barovia, just
But
in
with the
general.
sun.
With the sun.
Oh, with the sun. And a daughter.
So Barovia's here.
The sun also rises.
A sun also rises. Well, I'm ready to go when you all are.
I think we could use a rest. Before we head anywhere. I think I need some sleep.
Sure thing.
Feels like 5 weeks, even though for us it hasn't been.
We met Mordenkainen.
She, almost braces herself.
I know.
Mordenkainen.
Himself. He was there. Barovia, the place is called. It's a dread realm.
Van Richten told me about it. From what I can tell, it must be on the Shadowfell somewhere, but locked in its own place.
I don't know. We didn't explore it much. There's a ruler there. Strahd, he's a vampire. Elvin and I met him some 700 years prior in that timeline.
I wish we had killed him.
In fact, we helped him. And I'll live with that the rest of my life, seeing the tyrant he's become. Mordenkainen was stirring up rebellion, and he launched it.
How fared it?
He failed.
Mordenkainen failed.
He got a lot of people killed. He himself was nearly killed, but we found him in the river. Pulled him out. He said something about Strahd knowing what he knew. I think he cast mind blank on himself.
Smart move, I suppose, if somebody wants to figure out.
Smart move if he's okay with being stuck there.
And Strahd may not know that he doesn't know. Who knows what he'll do?
I'd like to go back to something real quick that you said. You helped him out, right?
Mordenkainen.
No. Strahd.
We did.
Saved his life?
Mm-hmm.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that's why you were able to go back?
That's right. Had an invitation.
And you're trying to stop a threat to our realm now, and the only way to do it was to get the information from a place that nobody else could go into?
I think I see where you're going. You're right.
And Mercy might have saved a lot of other people.
It's an interesting way of looking at it. But it's been, minutes since we've seen a lot of bloodshed. I think we'll need some time.
And you hear, don't worry, I'll get that still made.
You're damn right, I'm gonna march up there.
They're gonna listen to me.
I'm gonna tell her.
This is part my town. I think it is. I'm not sure.
Look, no wizard is gonna tell me that I cannot have a still.
She's like, try it. Tell him to try it. She's like, why don't you all... She's like, get some meager accommodations in the rooms I thought you might want, but take the night. Safe enough. We've had no trouble here. So, in fact, if anything, people weren't perplexed. They were been quite friendly.
That's nice. All right. We'll get started in the morning.
All right. Sleep well.
Thank you.
I think Killian is going to, without saying anything, just follow you to that little druid grove and just get comfortable there. I don't think he's going to go sleep by himself after all this. I don't think he's like, well, adios. I think he just tags along without saying anything. Maybe a tiny bit awkwardly, but just doesn't say anything about it.
Owen will stop somewhere and you'll sit down and I'll start again, trying to lose you.
You'll open the door and start closing it, and Killian's like, I don't know. I'm good. Do you open this door and... you kind of walk out and you can feel the wind blowing. It's still a cool day here. It's probably still late autumn here, but the sun is up. And you walk out. It's just soft grass. You just get the kind of general feeling that everything's ready to grow. It's almost springtime within it. As you check out this dome, it's made of stone and it has a large opening like an archway. You go in, and you can see that around the center, there's dirt within it, and there's runes that are all in Druidic around the stones that surround this kind of dirt circle. And you look up, and it's basically the top of this egg is almost cut off, so it looks like something could grow out of the top of this dome. Nothing in here right at the moment, but you just kind of... are getting... You can tell other druids were here, too. There's some inherent magic that you just feel, but you also... It feels tended.
I think that'll practically cure Elben's mood, and he'll just kind of walk through it and just be... extending every... Just willy-nilly, that's gonna grow a little, that's gonna grow a little.
And things are... they're starting to kind of grow up the stone walls of the dome. You start having small... flowers you recognize. It's almost like you're touching and you're just kind of remaking the forest that you grew up in, and they're starting to sprout. It's not overflowing, but already there's some color that has come up.
I think Killian will enjoy watching that, and then I think he is going to slip out to go get Romer. Just to be like, I don't want my drinking alone. Yeah. I think he'll head down and see the workers... be a little taken aback. Not that he was expecting it, but still just...
They look up and they're like, my lord?
Man, I think Killian would be like, carry on.
Killian loves being called.
Hell yeah, he does.
Yeah, and they're like, yes, my lord. And they continue on.
I think Killian has the look in his art, it's the light in his eyes.
Yeah.
That's Mage Lord.
I think he'll try to go find Romer.
Romer is what is essentially kind of it's a bit of the barracks at this point. They've clearly set up some bunks, and they've got I mean, it's meager bedding at this point that they have. You see there's a couple kind of personal chests. You can tell that some look like they're from Darkon. And the Wizard of the Wines bottle is gone.
Yeah.
The one that Buckley had is about gone. Is they're playing dragon chess, but they're both like...
King me.
No, it's my turn.
Yeah, and I mean, they're kind of clearly having two different conversations at each other. Like, Romer is probably still talking about the adventures you just had and, like, getting choked up, like, it's terrible. And Buckley's like, so I told him, I said, you know, you can't move a beam. It's like, I mean, and unless you don't think so, I think it's a camaraderie, and you're both having a good time, but you're not saying anything to each other that's mattering. And Killian comes in the room. You see this, and you look up, and Killian's chin is up.
Mm-hmm.
Killian, I love you.
I know. Glad to see you in good spirits.
Oh, just glad to get out of there.
How's your game going? I think he'll look at it in his head and just be like, Bishop to K7. He won't say it.
Oh.
I think he's just like, no, it's over one turn.
Buckley still, you know, and then the captain came up to me, and he's continuing to make moves even as you've stopped.
I think he'll just be like, I just came to check on you.
I'm alright. I was just checking on the boys, making sure everything's alright. Everything seems good. Pretty impressed with what's happened so far.
I am too. Have you seen the outlying towers? There's one for you if you want it.
Really?
Smaller one's a personal abode for us.
Oh, well, I had no idea. I just came down here talking to Buckley and kind of got engrossed in the game, right?
Yeah. Looks like a good one.
Yeah.
I think it'll look like there's so many misplays. Yeah.
It's like they're not even sitting on the white square.
Like that pawn can't even
There's
be on
no
that
way
color.
to be there.
Elbin found a bit of a grove. Some plant growth.
Good. He needs to decompress, I'm sure, after being in Barovia.
I think he does.
I think we all do. In fact, Buckley, you won. Congratulations.
He's like, don't take it bad, Cap. I'm, best player I know. And he starts to just put his head down on the board.
Robert would just grab like a blanket from one of the beds and just kind of put it over him.
Pushing pieces.
Yeah. You set it over him gently, and he's just...
He just smiles and turns around and walks. Puts his hand like around Killian's shoulder to kind of lead him out.
Yeah, Killian will help steady him.
Yeah.
Would you like me to cast a disc?
Oh, I'm glad you missed that disc.
So you guys head up. You do. You see, they're almost levels difference as they're kind of, there'll be, the groves on one level. Up the next, there'll be one kind of almost like north is the grove. Mm-hmm. The next is, west for the next, and south for the one after that. So each of you can kind of choose whichever one you want. But as you go in, each of them has a balcony kind of surrounding it too. But it's almost like a loft. You have what could be a living space and then small interior stairs in there, almost just out of wood, that kind of can lead up to a small personal room.
Tight. I'll definitely be taking one for some experiments, but I think tonight Killian's going to just do his best to not be alone. I mean, that was pretty rough.
Yeah.
Saw a lot of people die, like an hour ago.
Yes.
Right? Maybe a little more than that, but I think Killian's pretty much like, hey, what you guys doing in here? I just might as well stretch out here and go to sleep here.
I don't think I would. I think that's kind of the reason I got hammered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, so I think he's okay with just crashing here.
Yeah. You crash, right? I mean, Elbin, do you think you fell asleep in the grove?
I actually think Elbin might turn into a squirrel and just kind of hop around the whole place and kind of like go around the people, and not with any intentions, but just kind of exploring and taking it in, but not wanting to talk to anybody.
As you look, you've kind of gone around this tower, and there's the smaller ones. Besides the ones like the kind of outcroppings that the grove is on in these there is one kind of bridge that you see leads to another tower that's gone. And as you look, you're several stories up. Like, this place is large, and there's smaller balconies that you can kind of come out with various doors that have been revealed, kind of just surrounding different parts of the tower. You go around the Darkon people, as they're the workers, they're kind of there. I think you do a couple things to make yourself known that you're not just a typical sword. I mean, they are absolutely enjoying watching you kind of leap from beam to beam. Yeah. You head down, you see Buckley is asleep on the table. You kind of head up. You find Romer asleep. Amelia Adam seems to have found Amelia and come down, and she is clearly like, so explain it to me again. And writing things down, and Adam's like, and then they found me. So, but you at one point come across a Killian who's anxiously kind of walking through his room, walking up and down the stairs. You've seen him a couple times as you've made rounds, like at different parts, like checking things that don't need to be checked, like doors.
I think he'd jump on Killian's shoulder, assuming Killian can kind of tell.
Oh, I think Killian would know. I think with Anarchy on one shoulder and a squirrel on the other, he's just like, oh, what are you doing? You get a different view, don't you?
Huge squirrel noise.
I'd bite his neck.
I'd go on a rampage. Give him rabies.
I just kind of hop off, and I was. How far away am I from where the workers were?
A couple levels.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he would have had the thought to pop out and meet the people, maybe.
Yeah. They know who you are. They've clearly heard, and they're like, "Oh, hello, my lord."
I think he'd just kind of laugh and think they're being weird.
I love all of our different reactions. Romer's like, no, don't do that. You're like, Killian's like, yeah.
King is fine.
I can say, and hello to you, my lord. Something like that.
They also look confused. One looks over and they're like,
you think it's some kind of salutation.
Yeah.
They kind of take you through. They're like, yeah, we cleared out this room here. We found this. They're like, oh, the ooze is yours, right? The cube?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, hold on. Just take it down and show them. Okay. We like them. We don't get anywhere near them, but they like them. They take you down to clearly what is the bottom of the hallway, or the stairwell, and Tio is just... You see, it almost looks like he's half in, where you can see the back, and then things are just dissolving in front of him. And I mean, it looks like just detritus material that's being. Nice. And he is the size of a dog at this point.
He jumps in your lap.
I say it is the size of a dog.
Yeah, we've anthropomorphized him. Yeah. He's a boy. He's a good boy. He's a good gelatinous boy.
And as you get down, Tio seems to kind of come back up, slithering, oozing slowly.
I'd walk up to him knowing that he doesn't have any effect on me. And right.
Yeah, no, not that you saw.
Just you've done a good job in here. Just
there's no way for it to communicate to you in any comprehensible way, but I do think with your connection to it and just general connection to nature, you do just get that almost empathic feelings of content, peace, and affection towards you, and also hunger.
So the gelatinous cube can't be a pet.
Not to you, but just a general constant hunger.
So what you've just described is my 7-year-old. Content, peace, and hunger.
Are you sure she's not a cube?
She might be. I'm going to go check.
No, there's no way. She's too noisy for a cube.
Noisy and messy.
She's the opposite.
Yeah.
I think I'd turn to the person who brought me down and say, he seems happy, doesn't he? Like he has any...
yeah, that's what, we have a game on wondering what he thinks about. I mean, just like... like,
That seems about right.
yeah. He's helped a lot, though. We like it here. Thanks for letting us stay. I mean, we can stay, right?
Well, yeah. Yes.
Thanks. Not much left for us here in Darkon, so we're both excited and a little afraid to jump to another plane. That's what they say.
It's possible. Probable.
You won't even notice it.
You're
I'll
not
take you to
even
some of
here.
your climbs.
How did you get here?
Wasn't I walking with you, or was this you leaving? I think Killian's in the
Well,
back.
maybe you tried to walk away.
Killian's in the shadows. He just doesn't want to be alone. Like, finds an opportunity to pipe up. Sorry, I thought you were walking
No, it's
around
all
still. Yeah.
That's fine. You can come with me.
He's allowed to follow me.
He's creeping down the stairs.
Invisibility spell.
Yeah.
Faster than a speeding squirrel.
The workers now kind of take off as the day has kind of just gone on. They kind of head in, eat a small meal. They've got a small kind of kitchen set up on the same level as the kind of the barracks that they have. But the rest of the day is yours. You retreat back to the Grove. Anything else you want to do?
Well, I think since Killian is there, how are you finding being back here?
It's remarkable. I think we can put it to a lot of good use.
Good.
That's strange. Having a place of our own.
It's a bit nice.
It's been a while. It's a wonderful place. Well, I suppose we should head to bed.
She just stare awkwardly.
Yeah, like, where are you heading?
We should head to bed.
Okay, are you okay if we sleep with the TV on tonight?
Is the bathroom light on, please?
Because we did invent the television, right? Didn't we?
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Rewind.
No, not till the television is finished.
And then the VCR.
Right.
Many years later. Do you think it'd be alright if I put up a tiny hut in the Grove?
Of course.
Alright. I'm just not quite ready, I think, to be in this place after what we witnessed.
I understand. And I'll be making some protections too, I think.
Alright then.
Kind of continue to use Druidcraft, just almost also getting a connection to all of the life you can detect within the entire tower. You also feel yourself being able to stretch out farther. Sounds like it almost feels like a mile out. You're like, I can feel a bird a mile away land. Killian, Anarchy seems to be rummaging around in some of your things.
Alright, I think he'll find that odd, because I think normally she's either, like, I think she can practically dismiss herself so she can kind of blink in. It's technically an action, but I think she has some sentience about it. He'll kind of lean back, like, in his nightgown. It's like, what are you doing over there? Something interesting you.
She hops on one of the books. It's definitely not the book about the Ember Gods, but it is the other book. Stanislaus's Book of the Ancient Magi.
You want me to look at it?
She looks up and you don't really understand what you're sensing.
He'll grab the book and crack it open.
On each page, it talks about, not each page, but there's almost chapters dedicated to different mages, and you see it almost looks like the old Bibles, you know, with the large kind of
the large
paintings,
first letter.
the first letter, and then like a large painting. It almost looks like the saints, or like on a stained glass of different ones sitting. They each talk about ancient mages. This book is old already. Many of them you haven't heard of. Some you're like, I wonder, as you kind of just read the history, like, oh, that sounds like...
Odaluk or whatever.
Yeah, Odaluk. You're like, I wonder if it's derived. You come to a different page. And there's a female looking wizard on it. with black hair and red robes. And as you look over, you see the name Annalise Kianalor.
Man, I think he would just stare at that and be like, wait, what's that mean? Is that you?
Gee.
Oh man, I think he's gonna quickly read what it says about her.
As you read, see is that it was a mage well known for her ability to traverse into the Fae. Fought in some of strange wars between the Fae and the material realm. And most notably, settled in the east of Toril and founded Thayanthar, which is now Fae.
Tight. And I think he would look at that just like... I think he'll close the book and kind of slide it away. Like, I don't understand. What are you doing back then?
You get those vague kind of... You can feel things are starting to come together, but almost there's an idea she's trying to convey that it's too big and too difficult to convey with the connection that you have, but you feel it. You recognize that it's your connection together. You think back to the Fae, and calling you her other was not a misstep.
I think Killian is going to think about it for a second and have an inkling of an idea. Be like, are you to be the beginning and I'm to be the end?
She...
Nice.
goes to kind of cleaning herself. There is no direct answer.
I think he would not sleep well, considering it all.
I think before he went to sleep. So where are we?
You guys are in the grove.
I'm in the
within
grove.
a tiny hut.
I got a tiny hut. You're welcome in, but I think I would have had Romer been like, hey, just stand here while I cast it so you can come and go.
I think I'd walk in and grab at your cloak and say, Killian, I've been working on something. I thought you might prefer to that thing. And
These old things?
he'd flip out the cloak with all its leafy interwovenness and... Would you like this?
Oh, man, I think he'd be like, of course, absolutely, thank you. I saw you working on it, but I wasn't sure what you were doing. This is wonderful. It'll hold up.
Oh.
He'll kind of give it a little stress test.
I made the leaves grow into each other, so it should be sturdy enough.
That's perfect. Thank
Keep
you.
the wind off. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That's perfect.
Once per long rest, you can cast Absorb Elements.
Oh, tight.
While wearing this
very cool
cloak.
Even better.
Nice.
Tight. Yeah, I think he would immediately be like, it's just this old, stanky ass robe.
And the way I picture it is kind of can't tell it's leafy unless you're a little closer.
Yeah, it's got those
It's
reddish
red,
gold
yeah.
leaves. And
As you move too, it's almost like trying to think of the material that it would be, where it almost looks like it changes color as it shifts.
like lycra or something.
Bit, yeah. Where as you kind of move, there's the oranges that seem to seem to move up, and then the reds with the autumn.
Oh,
and it just
kind of, man.
It looks inherently magical for sure, and you feel the kind of. You just feel the natural magic that went into it. So yes.
You see Romer looking out the tower, so you give it to him, then like a tear roll down his face. And then he just rolls back very slowly.
Just leaning against the window.
That's fucking beautiful. Times like this, I realize I'm trash.
My whole family's
trash.
And I'd say, and you can keep it if you send my Etsy link to 10 other people, and at least 3 of them buy.
I think Killian is a big ball of crazy right now. In the last couple hours, he discovered his bird probably founded Thay. He saw a bunch of people get killed, basically kill themselves, throwing themselves at Castle Ravenloft. and got this gift. So I think Killian's probably like, all right, thank you. He just sobs himself
inside his tiny hut.
Yeah. He's just sobbing in a tiny hut.
Sobbing in a tiny hut.
Sorry, that's a great song.
I'm gonna cast Cry Hut. Excuse me.
Sobbing in a tiny hut.
Found out my bird is big.
You all sleep. You get the sleep that you, even troubled, you rest. And you rest hard. Each one of you wakes up the next day. Little less of a burden, just due to the distance of a good sleep. Some of it's sinking in, though, and also sinking in what could possibly be facing if that was nothing in comparison. Do you want to go back to Toril, or what would you like to do?
Yeah, I think it's time. I think Killian considers telling Elbin and Romer about Anarchy, but then it's like, maybe not yet. Slides out of the...
It's almost a regal nature that you can't tell if you're being tricked into looking at now that you look at Anarchy as she looks around. There's just something innately, proud, noble.
I do want to take a Jotha out and look at it. Well, I'm trying to see if I see any difference in how far away he looks.
Oh,
if he
cool.
looks distorted, whether we were in Ravenloft, here, and I'm going to look at it again when we get back to Toril. Because in my mind, I'm thinking if there's some way for me to weaken the link between me and him, that I might be able to detect it based on where we're going in the planes.
Compared to Ravenloft, you felt cut off.
Right.
But even in Ravenloft, you didn't feel nearly as cut off as when you were in whatever sort of dream world that Van Richten Manor was in. Right. You felt nearly severed.
Interesting.
From here, though, doesn't feel any different than it necessarily felt in Toril.
Okay.
You know what you do notice, though? The figure seems less shadowy. Almost like
less shadowy than he was in Toril?
In Toril, and up to now, it's almost like one candle is lit in a large room, whereas you're starting to get features. Whereas before, it looked legitimately like a humanoid shadow.
Do I feel a stronger connection? Or is it just visual?
I don't know that the connection feels any different than it did before, but it definitely feels closer. Almost... It's one of those where you're like, if I turn my eye, can I actually see
the face?
Face. But yeah, you're almost starting to get the shifts.
Alright, well he'll just kind of shiver a bit and then just sheath the blade, unsure of what that means.
Mm-hmm. You all head up to the lighthouse.
Where's Adam?
Adam, actually at this point has, as you catch in the morning, he's speaking to people from Darkon. They're definitely being polite and talking, and also you notice a lot more distance between them and him. That's really interesting.
I'll just kind of walk up like it's no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So assume you've met Adam.
All right. Yes, we did.
He will be staying here. He's a good guardian. He will protect you. He wants to do good in this world.
They absolutely believe you. They're understood. For sure, and Adam's I will protect you, so that I may be real. Got it.
I kind of look at him a little confused. Right.
I'm going to be like...
Because I wasn't there when you had that conversation.
Right.
Buckley is in the doorway. He's like, good idea, Fret. Big fella. We got a little heavy lifting if you wouldn't mind helping.
Yeah, and as he does that, I'll kind of walk over to Buckley and I'll say, help him. He'll help you. Don't treat him like he's nothing.
He's like, Cap.
You hear me?
He's like, I've been the bottom of the barrel most of my life. Like, ain't ever treated anybody lower than myself.
That's all I ask. Thank you.
I'll see ya. You're like, all right, everybody, break time's over. You go down first. You go down. You go down. And you see Adam kind of having to duck down through.
And I was going to pat Adam on the back and be like, oh, should I have done that? Like, reflexively, just kind of like he's one of the guys kind of thing.
He kind of looks back into the person in front of him. And you see them kind of head down together.
I smile and I walk back.
And you're perceptive of, you got that you cut whatever tension there was, and they were like, got it, no problem.
Good.
So.
Question. On the book we recovered, Killian would have definitely taken a look at it. Was it decipherable?
It looks like it's going to take a little work, in fact.
Okay.
It's almost common, but again, it'd be like reading Latin.
Yeah.
You know, it's, you know, like, and you, especially being studied, you're like, yeah, that's a root in this that could mean you're getting a rough idea.
Right.
But you don't, it's definitely not as easy as reading through.
Gotcha. Not to be a total pain, I do have to comprehend languages.
Okay.
Does that make it any easier, or is there still, like, more to it? Hold on. Yeah, I do have it. It's a ritual spell, so.
All right. Yes, you do have an understanding.
I think he would be reading it while we were getting ready to jump. Like, he probably wouldn't have touched it until this morning.
Okay. You're getting the picture. It's terrifying already. Mm-hmm. Amelia will help you illustrate it with a TV, basically.
Cool.
For everybody else.
Cool.
So, what you're reading, you're like, okay. Mm-hmm. I'll have you all jump back then. You can now see that there's this kind of basically looks like a compass that's turning, and on one side there's a lighthouse. She's like, that's what we need to align to when it comes back around. And you can see her moving the lantern. She's like, line it up and we should do it, whichever one of you wants to. She's like, wait, where in Toril you want to land?
Well, we should probably go back to the Dark Bazaar. Talk to Mr. E.
Sounds good.
I have a theory on who that is.
Okay.
I think it's Elminster.
Who's that?
Like, she's like, son of a bitch, I bet it is. She's like, so you want me to park about 10 miles out?
Yeah, something like that.
She's like, don't want to drop a tower in the middle of Callum.
No.
She's like, she seems to, a few knobs, kind of in different spots. Should be good.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, yeah.
As you look through on the light that's shining, it almost looks like looking through a straw or a tunnel. And you can see where you want to go. And you see Skyhorn Lighthouse. And you see the light align and everything goes white. And you hear a small and when you look out, you can already feel the heat of Calumport. And you look down at the sprawling city. Even from 10 miles out.
Yeah, well, it's massive.
You're like, whoa.
Tight.
We're going to take our first break there. Are we going to do a
We are going to do a giveaway.
We're going to do a giveaway.
The giveaway over the break is a softcover copy of The Monstrous Lexicon by Kelsey Dion of the Arcane Library and Matt Rauscher of The Pickled Dragon. Y'all, I just got to say there's a whole chapter in here that are 5e basically aliens, which, A, that makes this book already worth it, but B, the book is awesome.
If we're trying to get more specific.
There's some awesome art. Look at that art
I haven't seen that. I hope nothing happens to that book tonight.
Yeah, I got a copy you can look at too. There's some spectacular art. It's wonderful. So we'll kick that off on the break.
Awesome. Kick it off. Stick around.
Hey everyone, and thank you for tuning in to us here at Castle Mac. We're so happy that you came. The point of this video is just to do a little bit of housekeeping on the break. That way when you come back, we can just jump straight back into the action with whatever show that you were watching. If you're watching us live right now on Twitch, you can go ahead and mash that follow button up here. If you're watching us a little bit later on YouTube, you can mash that subscribe button right down here. We stream live on Twitch on Tuesdays and Sundays, both at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we try to upload our videos to YouTube about 48 hours later, so you can follow us there, youtube.com/CastleMac. If you want to talk to us outside of our streams, then you can go ahead and follow us on Twitter. Sometimes we post schedules there if we're going to be streaming in between. We have some friends of ours that stream on our channel, the Macolites. We also do a Marches-style campaign with some of our friends in our Discord, and that happens periodically. So if you want to know when, you can just follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handles are all CastleMac and then our first name. You can follow me, I'm CastleMac Lydia. You can follow Raven. You can follow our DMs, Stephen and John. You can follow any of us, and you can find our names right underneath of our characters and our nameplates. So we would love it if you would follow us, and you can find us on our other streams there. And also, if you want to talk to us off of Twitter, you can follow us on our Discord. We have a Discord server. You just go to our Twitch channel, scroll down a little bit, and you can follow that link. We are there pretty much all the time. There are people from all over the world, so no matter what time you're chatting, I guarantee there will be someone there to chat back at you. It's so much fun. Everyone there is so nice. And I just want to talk now a little bit about what goes on during our Twitch streams. So for every 500 bits donated or every sub, we get a divine reroll. That is basically the gods saying, you can re-roll that terrible D20 roll that you just made as a player. If you roll badly, you can re-roll that and hope for better. But also, if the DM rolls really hot and it's gonna hurt us, we can make him re-roll that in hopes that he won't hurt us quite so badly. So it's great. And with those bits, it allows us to upgrade some of our equipment. We've been able to get new microphones, so we sound so much better than we used to. We have these lapel mics. We're hoping to get some new cameras in the future. And with those bits, we're able to pay artists from Twitter that we find to do character portraits. We found some on Facebook that are really great. We've been able to commission a new theme song for our Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. The art looks amazing, and we're so happy to be able to give that back to artists that we found. So with that, we are so happy that you are here. We are so thankful to have you as a viewer and a subscriber and a chatter in our Discord. We hope that you will stay around, because in the next few minutes we'll be coming back to whatever show you're watching. We're so happy that you're here, so thank you so much.
Welcome back, everyone. As Skyhorn Sanctum has blinked back into Toril, the familiar realm of Toril.
I know.
Breathe a sigh of relief.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Oh, as the raffle ended, keep an eye on it for me.
Cranio Dad!
Oh, word!
Congratulations on
Some
the
Richmond
lexicon.
action right there, man.
Yeah.
I could even personally deliver that one day, perhaps.
Heck yeah.
Instead of mailing it.
Nice.
Cool.
Congrats, Cranio Dad.
That's
We're
a
so
good
glad
book.
you got it.
There's some really
Some
cool
really good
monsters
art
in
in
there.
it.
The art is fantastic. Monsters are great.
I guarantee you, you'll get it. I'm not taking it home.
Not crossing his fingers.
Here you are, 10 miles out. In the somewhat tropical, a little arid compared to with Callum. I think Mediterranean a bit more. Maybe almost even Grecian, just in the climate.
Yeah.
Well, I got this fancy new cloak that I imagine is both cool when it's hot and warm when it's cold.
I think, I do think you are less affected by the environmental weather conditions.
Tight.
It's a Patagonia.
Yeah.
Sorry. They were sponsored, so I have to.
Yeah. That was a great night's sleep we got on our Casper mattress.
You wake up.
I took the liberty of putting in some Casper mattresses.
In the Lighthouse.
Oh, now I know we'll sleep in comfort.
Oh, yeah, Cap. It just came right in the mail, unfolded.
Right to the door.
Some would say it's magic.
God, why does Casper not sponsor
That's
us?
bullshit.
I don't know.
They will
We'll
eventually.
reach out.
Yeah.
Gotta get stamps.com too, but that's alright.
How do you guys head to Darkon?
The old-fashioned way, by foot.
By foot?
On
Actually, we love strong Petra!
Yeah.
We love strong Petra.
Left strong Petra. I'd like to tell you that she probably had the rest of a long life, but I won't
Probably
lie
not.
to you.
This is the most devastating thing that's ever happened to me in Dungeons & Dragons. Strong Petra got left behind.
Gave her the best day of her life.
We gave her the best. Oh my god, that is too much. Too close to home, man. Alright. I think we just walk.
I'll look over at Killian. Why aren't you sweating? I am dying.
Oh,
I know what.
Oh, what is? Oh, never mind.
It's a nice
Thought I-
cloak.
Yeah. Oh, this old thing? I bought this like, I don't know. Like
It was like
$5.
$5.
Yeah. It was on sale, so I saved a lot of money.
Found it. They uncovered it somewhere. I'm going to go ahead and say, on your way, there's actually a wagon heading that way that for a couple gold, we could take you into Camelport.
Think it's worth it?
I mean, it's 2 gold.
Yeah, yeah.
No, then no.
Yeah. Rather than walk for 10 miles.
It cuts the time. They don't necessarily engage you unless you
Again,
want to.
Romer is not proud, and he's a soldier at
Oh,
heart.
yeah.
So he knows when to rest,
Mhm.
when to eat, when to drink. So if he has an option to do any of that, he will do
They're like, 2 gold.
Just hops in the wagon.
Why stand when you can sit?
Yeah.
It's comparatively, the sun is high, the day is hot. I mean, it is a stark contrast to what you've been through. And you enter into Calumport, and you ride for a while knowing about how close you have to get. It's going to take a while still to just traverse these streets.
In fact, I think I would even bring my armor.
Okay.
I would have left it back.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll have my short sword. That's the only weapon I'll have, and just because he's been in Calumport before,
Yeah.
so he probably has
Yeah.
some loose fitting clothes.
Yeah, you got a sweet Luke Skywalker tunic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Put on your traveling clothes, and you have just short sword kind of ready to go. Thank you, Cranio Dad.
Oh, well, thanks, Cranio.
But you get up to where I mean, streets can be crowded here, But you make it. You make it to what you know is this strange kind of labyrinth-type entrance to the Dark Bazaar.
Cool. All right.
Let's head in.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I'll cast Mage Armor just to be safe before we head in.
I hope we don't get a fight of a 9 armor class right now.
You guys get down. You walk through the steps that sometimes seem like they're going down. Sometimes it seems like you're on a ceiling looking through or walking sideways. Just your equilibrium continues to get kind of switched up until you come to the gates, and on one side there is a devil, and on the other side a celestial.
The same ones?
Same ones.
Just
hello there.
wink at them awkwardly.
The celestial. You have returned.
We have indeed. We have information for Mr. E.
The devil. He is expecting you.
I thought he might be.
They open the door, and again, completely, you see a beholder arguing as it's just
Star Wars Gleep Glop.
Yeah, that's exactly. And there's just extra planar things. There's a GIF that's like, and then the beholder's.
My friend says he doesn't like you.
Just my favorite. I don't like you either. You guys.
The Gleep Glop Cantina Bazaar is one of the greatest things ever. Hold on a second. I just think about a beholder like, and you come in and like a couple eyes are like checking you out while it's still talking.
You guys make it down into the same room. Or the same building.
Right.
The same page opens the door. It's like, you have returned. Excellent.
Is he waiting for us?
Yes, indeed.
All right, then.
Right through there.
Thank you, my lord.
Why do you keep telling people that?
One of the workers back at the lighthouse said it to me. Thought it was funny.
You don't do it then.
I think Killian and Robo probably look at each other and have a little bit of a smirk.
Yeah, the page.
Never been told it.
You see him start to sit with this quill like.
Sits up a little bit straighter.
My lord. Oh, gosh.
Continental.
Get back into Mr. E's persona.
Yeah, sorry.
Giggly.
Hold on, before you do that, I'm trying to think who would be playing the page in this, if this were the movie. I think it would be, oh god. I can't think of his name. Anyways, never mind.
The discerning viewer shall remember that I was that page, so it better be somebody good playing me in the adaptation.
Michael Keaton.
Yes.
Fred Savage.
Young Michael Keaton.
No, I was thinking it would be, I can't think of his name, dude who played Pennywise in the made-for-TV one.
Oh, Tim Curry.
Tim Curry! It's gotta be, like, my lord!
Yes.
Alright, sorry.
Okay. You come in, and again, now sitting and writing is the kind of salt and pepper grade. Again, that staff with the ruby on the top and feathers, and the large sword.
Killian would be looking at the staff like, pretty jazzed.
So, you've returned?
We have. And we brought what you asked for.
May I see it?
Of course.
You've started to read it?
Yes.
Pulls out kind of flips through. It's as I thought. It's like, well, sets a crystal down, and as he sets it on the book, it almost seems to project an image.
Sweet.
Killian, you already recognize some of this, but he continues to speak. It seems these gods were an entire pantheon of Attilion, was the realm and the world. At some point, you see it looks like a meteorite hitting. A shadow came. Something from an abyss of some sort. I fought a war against it, and you can see gods in full regalia, like leading people against these shadows that are surrounding. They thought they'd defeated it, but some survived. And you can see just tiny bits of shadow. The gods turned. They became whatever they fought. And you can start to see the visages of these gods slowly change to paler, grayer. You can see what looks like a god of war just leading armies into just wanton death. You can see what was clearly a god of nature growing just abominations of trees on the world. It seems that they had demigods with them, their own children. All led, and they turned against each other, some staying loyal to the gods they were meant to serve, and others trying to banish them. Rama, your sword is humming. And you can feel it. It's not the short sword. You can feel the hum of a Jatha.
He just kind of like, almost nervously kind of looks over his shoulder at it, and just looks away, unsure. And as soon as he senses that, he starts looking at the shadows and seeing if he recognizes anything about them, like their gait or their disposition. Or
so, in fact, as you look at what the demigods were, it's like, it seems the captain of their god was turned against by his own brother who led the opposition, and you see what clearly, as they spoke of the captain, have a sword. The outline is a Jatha. But you see, and he seems to be defending, like, they defended the temple of the gods. The captain cutting down other demigods, his cousins, brothers.
The captain is the one with a Jatha?
Is the one with a Jatha,
okay.
Defending the Ember gods.
Defending them?
Yes.
Oh, great.
But you can see now a showdown of another figure who looks younger but almost exactly like the captain. And you see them fight together. And the captain is thrown off a bridge. And the younger one picks up a Jatha. But you see a piece of it is broken now. It seems they found a way to banish them. But at great cost. The power was drawn from the world that they made and created. An entire realm, an entire reality. And it had to be destroyed. And you can see a Jatha brought in with the other remainder of the rebellion, it seems. And you can see magic being cast. You see what looks like a devil, an angel, something that looks very much like a humanoid tree. Seems they enlisted the help of devils, celestials, the arcane, the natural, and the guardians. All combined together were able to banish them somewhere else, encased in amber. But now they've broken out.
If they had to destroy a realm to imprison them, what in the Nine Hells could have released them? What kind of power are we dealing with here?
That I know from here, in fact, as I've spoken to those close to it. You've all been away for a while, so I'll tell you. It seems the way they escaped is from the Dread Realm. The ruler there fell, but they'd already chosen a new champion. Somebody who went there from here, an adventurer. A dragonborn. His name is Caecilius of Clan Raish.
I don't remember. Have we ever heard of him?
I don't think these characters have.
I don't think they have they?
I don't think
okay,
so.
I just want to make sure that I don't play them
no.
at all. Okay, thank you.
I think That is their strength, and that is potentially their weakness. They've channeled all their energy into a single champion, which means that he's incredibly powerful. However,
Dear God.
Unknown. I shouldn't think so, but probably very close to. Imagine it. One god of each pantheon giving a gift to one person, touched by a number of gods. What's happening now, he's been raising an army. Far to the north, spine of the world, and even near the Sword Coast. Old strongholds, ancient places have been going dark. Raids have been happening. Places are disappearing.
We can't be the only ones who know about this, or want to stop it.
You aren't. However, it's a large area, and the Lord's Alliance seem to have exerted some control and are keeping it hemmed in. But I have it on authority. They're raiding places. They're finding items of power long buried.
You think they're looking for something?
I don't know. I think you have two problems. We have two problems. One, how to deal with a pantheon of evil gods potentially trying to break through to this realm. Two, there's an army that must be dealt with. Though there are some in the Sword Coast who are incredibly powerful, at this point, I don't know that they have the forces to do it. Most of them were the bulk of what fought Tiamat.
Tiamat was a god, right?
An evil god. That took most of their forces. They've rebuilt.
We could do something similar, right?
Yes.
Take out this being or whatever he is. And I kind of hesitantly, I look back at my sword, and then I look to Mr. E. I don't say anything. I just look at it and look to him kind of knowingly to see if he picks up on what I'm...
You're like, yes, I think you figured it out. You have one piece.
Sorry.
That sword
My water bottle fell.
was the former captain of the guard sword. It was the same one that was used to cut him down and to banish them in the first place.
The captain of the guard, when we saw this... I'm stretching here. He didn't look like me, did he?
No.
Okay, good.
No, he did not.
Good question.
Yeah, good question. But no, he did not.
My other thought, I figured it was either me or it could have been my patron or something along. That's what's going through Romer's head. I find it unlikely it's my patron.
Go ahead and actually roll. I'm not going to make you roll it.
Okay.
I'm not going to make you roll it. As you're thinking about it, you're like, oh god, what if it's my patron? But still kind of frozen is the image of them being banished.
Mm-hmm.
And as you look, and you kind of just recognize the demeanor, looks like you're, like, just the body of your patron is the one who has the sword.
He might be imprisoned in my sword.
Potentially, but it looks like he's the one
Who
who banished them.
Oh, who actually banished them. Okay.
Killed what was at least said to be his brother,
Right.
the captain of the guard.
Right. Oh, if that's the case. Well, I'm just thinking, he starts talking. Like he went through this whole thing in his head.
Right.
Then, do you think they know about the light?
I would suspect that they do. There's been movements.
Can you shield it so they don't know where I am?
Go ahead and roll perception. All of you.
Ooh, 22. What'd you roll? I can't see.
That's what you get for rolling a big foam die.
I got an 11.
22. And what did you get?
7.
No. Elman, as you're looking,
Cool, I got it,
something about what he just asked bothered Mr. E. Almost seemed painful for a moment. as he has a pause where he's thinking about it, he's like, I'm afraid I can't do that.
Just throw an ask.
I think, Killian at least knows he's Elminster. So would he think, maybe didn't notice the term?
At that point, you'd be like, why?
Yeah, I think Killian might even just ask. I think he'll just be like, pardon me for asking, but aren't you Elminster?
I was Elminster, yes.
Was?
He looks down, looks up. He's like, I fought a great battle to protect this place. The entire realm, as you know it. It cost me everything in a way. I have no power anymore. I'm just a man who knows many people and keeps an eye on everything. If I could do something about it, I would be out there dealing with an army, or using that book, or trying to get that sword into the right place, but I can't.
I see.
Where is the right place?
That we'll need to figure out. So much of this, even knowing how they were banished and what you might need, still difficult to figure out the place and the time. But here's what I think you do need. Somehow, some bit of nature elementals that were here. I imagine that includes you. The arcane knowledge, the scholar, that would be you. The guardian, you. So you have two pieces that you need. You need the help of a celestial, and you need the help of the infernal. Not easy tasks.
I think we might know a Celestial. Hildegard.
Do you have a way to contact her?
Do we?
No.
I couldn't remember if we had like a, magic mead or something.
Yeah.
I'm afraid we don't.
Well.
But given enough time and research, I'm sure I can come up with that.
No doubt. I would do the same. I do have perhaps the next thing for you that could help. I've been thinking about both of these things quite a bit. I know that you have Skyhorn Sanctum, of course. I think there's a way for you to get to the Hells.
Oh, good.
But before that, you have to go somewhere else. And also kill two birds with one stone. It's an expression, young boy.
Cover Anaki's ears.
To the north is the desert Anorak. There are people there called the Thry-Kreen, insectoid. They have an interesting ability beyond being capable warriors. They are not susceptible to the psychic. I don't know what gifts these gods have given this Caecilius. Beyond his own charisma, I imagine there's at least some level that the weak-minded are being affected. They're being drawn to it. Having a capable army that will not be drawn to the side of your enemy, I find strategically sound. But there's a place that you'll have to go that should get you a pane of glass for that lighthouse, plus potentially other magical items. There's a tomb. You'll just have to enter it. Get through it. Find the pane of glass and whatever else. Our mutual friend Bell has found two people who can help you in.
You said it's in the Anorak Desert.
I did.
Cool.
Do you think these Thry-Kreen would help us?
Well, I think that's part of it. One of the guides that you'll have is a Thry-Kreen who seems to think that if you return a particular trinket of some power to the people, the nation, that they will feel obliged to help you.
I like it.
Seems reasonable. Anarak, huh?
Yes, magically destroyed. Nothing grows there. And it's quite close to the spine of the world. Exactly where those forces are.
Do you know where the forces are?
Not exactly. In fact, most of the mages that I know are not able to scry on it. That's part of the problem with armies hitting it, despite the best efforts of the Lady of the Woods, Nithbis, and whoever else I can round up. If Tan were still around, he should be able to do it, but he is not. And Americall won't help anybody.
Only we could have saved Mordenkainen.
Excuse me?
We met Mordenkainen. He's trapped somewhere.
In the Dread Realm?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make any sense. He showed up about 6 months ago.
Oh.
Well,
he made it out.
Do you think he'd remember us? He didn't want to like himself.
But he saw us
might.
after.
Well, he's not on this plane any longer, but... Well, I suppose you wouldn't know. Tiamat nearly came through again to this realm, attacking the same heroes as before. They managed to beat her back, and one of them called Mordenkainen to help. I suppose he owed a favor.
And they must have saved him.
Maybe we can talk to them.
Maybe we could talk to them.
Do you know who they are? Names? Where they live?
Most people do, yes.
Oh. Well, we can get to that when we get to it.
I think that should be on your agenda, but not quite yet. I'll send out people to talk. Bell, maybe, even. He did leave a few things for you, in fact. I have them around here somewhere. Is it a book for you?
Oh, wonderful.
It is an instructional manual on how to quick copy spells, so your time for copying spells into your spellbook is halved.
Tight.
For all spells.
All the shortcuts. The spell shortcuts. Cool, man.
He left this for you. There's a small note attached to it. This is a tree from the old world, mate. Should grow big. It'll also help with rare material spell components and healing.
Oh, wonderful.
That's what his note says.
The note talks in an accent.
Yeah.
It's got the
I'm reading it in
voiceover.
his
He's looking at it and the voiceover and
He's like, and
My
this
dearest Darla.
for you.
yep.
It is a wine that you have heard of. It's essentially like the Dom Perignon of all
nice.
elven wines. And he's like, sorry about the trouble, mate. Hope this makes us even.
Well, I think when I hit him in the face, that was probably what made us even, but I'm good with this.
He's like, I should have the contacts come to you shortly. It might be beneficial. Kellenport is a big town. Finding a couple other people to potentially get in that tower of yours, capable people, would be a good start. I realize you can't have an entire force inside of that tower, but...
I think it's pretty obvious that the tower is going to be the key to defeating Caecilius, too. So I'm probably telling you the obvious, because you're obviously a bright fella. You're old, so I figure you're smart, too.
Thank you.
Kenneth felt like twitching a little.
Well, he told me he didn't have power, so I'm less intimidated by him.
It's true.
Just kidding.
You're not smart.
We can get to the tower there with our army. Take the fight literally to his doorstep.
Mm-hmm.
Drive this sword through his chest.
Take him by surprise.
Exactly.
I think raising other elements should help. Fighting elements. The good thing about these Thri-Kreen is they're close. They can be a strike force already. They're not that far. They can tunnel quickly. They know how to hide. They know how to conceal themselves. They're the best choice to strike any blows right now, but there's no point doing this quickly. It only matters that we do it right And I understand that that could mean that people are losing their lives in the meantime. Trust me, I get it. But rushing this will do nothing. Take your time, find what you need, we'll do the research, and we'll do it when we're ready.
Makes sense.
No argument for me.
Alright then. Well, we'll put Amelia on recruiting. She seems to have done a pretty good job.
Bell seems to have already got a head start for you.
Of course he did. Is he here now?
How long will we gone?
From here?
Yeah.
5, 6 weeks, maybe?
Alright, sounds alright.
Interesting.
How long has it been for you?
For us? Well, we've sort of been, almost like one of those nesting dolls. We were in a realm. Within the realm we traveled to. And for us, it was 2 nights. But within the realm we were in, Darkon, it was 5 weeks. And for us, seems to be just about the same, maybe a bit more.
And then when we went there, we went back a year?
We went back in time.
I don't understand it.
We saw Mordenkainen after he tried to overthrow the Dark Lord and failed. But you're saying he's here, because we figured out that we were at least maybe 2 years back in time.
Back. Oh, yeah. Right.
It's not in this realm.
No, but he made it back. He made it out.
He made it back.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear.
Did you ever go to his world?
Mordenkainen's.
Greyhawk?
No.
You did. Both of you did.
Oh shit, we
with
did.
Bigby.
We totally did. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yes, absolutely. I remembered that.
That's another option, too.
Finding Mordenkainen is difficult at the best of times.
Of course.
I do think that I heard that the reason he was called was that 2 made it out of a dread realm, so that could be the same. I'm not sure what their names are, though.
Well, I hope they made it out, and I hope they defeated Strahd. With a horrible sword.
Or however.
Anyway. Okay, well.
She's got her work cut out for us.
That we do. Well, let's go find Belle.
We get some supplies, too.
Very good. Belle's not in the Dark Bazaars. You won't find much help here, I'm afraid.
Of course. Alright, let's get to it.
I'll
Shopping montage?
keep working here. Yeah, you
Need a
guys
montage!
You guys shopping montage. I mean, is there anything in particular that you guys are trying to buy?
I just wanted the armor.
You want it, and you find it.
Okay.
Potions.
You get a couple potions, yes.
2? Standard
2
top
standard.
up?
Yeah, greater.
2 greater
healing potions.
Next tier.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Woo woo!
You go through the various bazaars of Calimport, and I mean a ton of I have the best potion. No, I have the best potion.
You definitely want to buy from me.
How'd you get out of there?
I think Elvin would wander off a bit and try to find the best bottle of wine that he can. Ask people and...
Not knowing a thing about it.
Yeah.
Back some vinegar.
Yeah.
Extra grapes.
Roll me, actually. No. Let me give you something. Roll insight for me first.
Here, man, roll this. Cranio, Dad. Get a good bottle. Cranio definitely
14.
helped.
Okay, roll a percentage now, please.
Man, just make it good. Just kidding. 76?
Okay.
That's the ABV, right?
A lot of people tell you what's the best types of wine. Some argue. You pay about 7 gold for a bottle of wine. It's slightly better than average.
Okay.
It's by no means swill, it's fine, but it's not 7 gold worth.
Yeah.
But you feel confident as one person is like, yes, you will not regret it at all.
Nice.
Come back sometime. And,
He has no idea.
it was from a cart, so he's like, oh, time to move on for the day. Yeah, so, yeah, it's okay.
Does wine have a cork in it in D&D land?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You could grow a little something out of it.
Oh,
Nice.
hell yeah.
What a sweet boy. I'm going to give you this for being such a sweet boy.
Thanks.
I like it.
I'm just going to drink it.
Go in an alley and drink it.
Oh, hey, Romer.
Elements to give you directions to the Oasis, which is a small bar and tavern.
Cool.
Belle is in there, already drinking. And talking to a tiefling, in fact, who's looking at him a little bit like clearly pissed.
Mm-hmm.
And as you walk in, she slaps him and keeps going. And he's like, continues as she brushes past you. Oh, fucking asshole.
You're right.
Didn't go as planned.
He's like, unfortunately, went exactly as planned. He's like, welcome back from the Dread Realm.
Barely.
I don't doubt it.
But we're on track. You know what I mean?
I thought you might be.
Well, Minster said you had gotten a head start.
Well, I didn't find anybody in particular necessarily, but I told people that you'd be here today recruiting.
Oh. I forgot. I left the stove on.
I think I hear my mom calling me for dinner.
It's a big town. You gotta cast a wide net if you want anything.
Makes sense.
I do have 2 people that'll be heading to your tower, though. They'll be talking to you about the desert.
All right.
They're trustworthy, the honorable types.
Sounds good.
He's like, well, good. See you mates later.
Like, are they gonna meet us here?
He's like, yeah, it should be. The bartender comes over, he's like, they set you up with a room in the back.
Oh, gods.
That one said you'd pay me for it.
Such an asshole.
Robert handles our financial affairs.
Well, fine. I pay him.
Yeah, I mean, it's still not much, just a gold for the kind of the back room for the
It's
day.
no okay wine. Price-wise.
You guys spend the day with people inquiring. It's a fairly job interview, to be honest with you.
Interviewing for a superhero team?
Yeah.
What are your powers?
None.
Most of them are sellswords.
Right.
And most of you, and you all kind of recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people flat out are asking you very business-related questions. They're like, what's the per diem? Like, okay, like, what do we bring
God,
back?
this is too close to home, man.
And you're like, no, I mean, we don't know. Like, and some are like, thanks anyway. Others, you get the idea, they're just unsavory. They're like, I mean, if you want me to cut a throat, I'll cut a throat. You know?
I think Elvin will be quick to be like, nope.
After a couple hours, a small kobold walks in.
Yes.
And it's like, you're the ones that's hiring.
Yeah, we're hiring. What's your name?
Uski.
Uski. That's what I said.
Mostly.
We are hiring. Are you interested?
Yeah. Puts out a hand.
Clawed hand.
As you hold it, it undoes. You see there was a fake arm and it pulls out a knife. It's like, that's what I'm good at. Traps and tricks. You're just holding a dummy arm.
I think Romer would actually laugh.
I think Elvin would be cackling.
I think Killian would probably lose it too.
I like him.
It's like, I'm a little crazy. I'll give you that. But Nobody's gonna take me down without going themselves. Opens up. You see a bunch of alchemist fire heated up, and it has a string attached, like... Heard you have castle, keep, whatever. I can find practical traps, improvised traps, can do the magic ones. Maybe you can, but that takes time. Me? And all sorts of traps.
Could be helpful.
I like it.
I like it too.
Should you need me to go out and do some other work, I'm good at spotting them. I can smell them.
Traps.
Gotcha. I can feel it. I'm a kobold. That's mostly how we've gotten through our lives is traps. Tricks, traps. Terminations, yes.
And traps.
Well, for myself, I think I'm prepared to hire him.
I'm a she.
Apologies.
Can we trust you?
Absolutely.
What motivates?
With like what part? The traps are the best.
Not stealing from us, not hurting anyone in the tower, doing what we tell you.
Not hurt anyone.
I won't hurt anybody if they don't trigger the traps. I'll let them know what the traps are, but I mean, if you say, Uski, trap a stair, and then somebody walks on the stair, it goes off. That's how a trap works.
That is fair. We'll have enough documentation.
That's pretty logical.
I take a little pay. Honestly, there's other places I want to see. I've been in Camelport a little too long. Some people are...
Understood. Well, we will be traveling quite a bit.
The shithead who said this said that you would go to other places.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like other worlds or something.
Other realms.
It depends. Maybe.
I can't really fathom that, to be honest with you, but...
To be frank, I have a hard time with it myself.
It sounds weird, and I like it.
It is weird. And I think you will. Uski?
Uski.
We're going to be here for a couple more days.
We'll give you directions to the tower. You bring your supplies.
Well, we'll escort you there with the others. Probably makes the most
Reasonable.
sense.
Yeah.
Don't want you to surprise anyone there.
And I would. Whiskey.
Does that mean something other than your name?
No.
Okay.
I was confused.
It should be, though. Maybe people will name traps after Uski. Or that's what they say right when it triggers. Uski, I'm in a trap.
Yes, they might, my lord.
Real quickly. Are we all getting lordships? I didn't know that coming in here. It doesn't make a difference. However, I would like it.
You can call yourself Lord Uski.
Okay. I'm going to go drink for a while.
Sounds like a good plan.
Alright. One down, 1,000 more to go.
Just get my arm. Reattach it. As you see it, kind of tuck one behind into the cloak and reattach this fake arm that seems to be hinged. Like, it's impressive for what it is.
Oh, he's my favorite.
She.
I'm still going to call him he.
Again, it continues. Not all of them are sellswords. Some people just, as you kind of explain that you were going to be going, they're like, eh. However, you do get a couple more just kind of workers. You get a cook. There's one person who's like, used to be a bit of a bones. I think I could help you. Kind of ad hoc healer.
Nice.
Can't do anything impressive whatsoever, but you're kind of basic. And you get a couple more just workers.
HR department.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Well,
Cool.
Some of them seem ready, some of them you also get, they don't look criminal in the way, but they look like there's elements in this town that I want to get away from. So
we understand.
So you get about 6 or 7 more people to work within.
Cool.
Awesome.
A bit near the end, you hear the chink of armor. Chink, 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 chink. And you can, as you look out, you see, your classical-looking medieval knight.
Nice.
Down, it has the kind of tunic, over it.
Yeah.
You see it bump into one table, the hell? Start to fall, and kind of fall over one, and people push it off, and he's...
Slowly walking.
And... It's an old man. Potentially 70s.
Wow.
Who definitely barely looks like the armor is holding. It's like my lords, Sir Peril Bradford, at your service. First Cavalier of the Tetherian Hussars, retired.
Obviously.
Thrice awarded battles of bravery, both at the mounds against the Necromancer and other campaigns. Romer, this man looks like he's about to fall over. He can barely be in his...
Maybe you should sit down. Here, let me help you. I'll stand up and kind of guide him into a chair.
It's like, thank you, my lord. And takes off the helm and sets it down. I understand you have a noble quest, and I should join you to lend my martial prowess.
Actually, we're also looking for tacticians.
Yes. Well,
strategists, those who can command.
I think what he's trying to say, Uncle, is...
You're old.
Perhaps
you probably die in the battlefield.
I think your frontline days might be behind you. But I imagine your experiences and the weight of them could lend quite a bit of aid.
He stands back up. It's like, I understand. Look at me, you'd think that, and I, of course, will lend my tactical mind to it. But I should not like to be sidelined. I shall fight again. He puts gold on the table. I understand your trepidation at an old man, but that should pay my way for long enough. Those are the last of my possessions.
No. Keep your gold. You can come with us.
Thank you, my lords. I can also help should you need to speak to other lordships. I am accustomed as a courtier, of course, of manners. He's like, if I might be frank, sometimes a man reaches a point in his life when he's tired of thinking of the days he had before, and all those he knew are no longer here, and those who have come after see him only as a silly old man.
I'll kind of walk over to him, I respect what he said, and just kind of, I'll help him up. So unless he was he still?
He just stood up. He looked
I'll
like
just stand and I'll say, "Welcome aboard."
You see his eyes glass over a bit, and then try to steady his chin.
Don't worry, I'm sure your deeds will be remembered.
You shall have my sword, my lance, and my life should it come to that. I have my own saddle, though I must admit I am without a mount currently.
Well, you got some gold there. You can buy yourself a mount.
Killian has PTSD about strong Petra. Staring past him.
You also know that at this point, there is no way for a mount to be within your tower. The lowest level is... Still, you kind of have to go down these steps. There's nowhere to keep a mount currently.
Well, I will tell you right now, we've no room for any beasts in our keep. But we're looking to change that. Perhaps in the future.
Might change.
Very good, my lords. I shall prepare myself.
You ever trained men in combat?
Yes, I've trained whole companies of men.
Perfect.
Excellent.
If you're going to be on the front lines, you'll want to train the men yourselves.
Yes, I will. You won't have to worry. They will have the best of training I'm not one of those commanders who sits behind them. I shall lead the charges when necessary.
Maybe spend some of that gold, get some training weapons, some things like that, some dummies.
Yes. I shall prepare myself and meet you back here on the morrow.
Sounds good.
We'll see you then.
As you look, you see that the back of his armor has leather hooks on it, where you see that you recognize it, that it looks like this was probably hanging on the wall for some years. It looks maintained, but it looks old.
It's got tan lines on the back.
Yeah, but it definitely has like where it was hanging on a wall as he's tink, tink, tink. Looks around, you know, like, what are you looking at, Grandpa? He's like, watch your mouth, young man.
Nice.
We're going to take our second break as some of the crew has been assembled for the tower. We'll be back.
Hey y'all, we're back with another installment of MacLore 1997.
Forget. It's MacLore 1997.
That's the title. And today we're going to talk about today. Like you're watching this multiple days. This is a disaster. But we're going to keep rolling because that's how we do. Going to talk about our Princes of the Apocalypse campaign. And if you're watching this on YouTube or catching up, Princes of the Apocalypse rolls into Castle Mac versus Elemental Evil because my man killed us all. Party wipe. It was great.
They killed themselves.
Yeah, we kind of did. I mean, if you watch it, there were some points that you were like, no, we could have saved it. Why don't you give us a setup for Princes of the Apocalypse?
Princes of the Apocalypse, the kind of the newly published remake of Temple of Elemental Evil. It started out, again, we had maybe, it takes place after our original campaign, Horde of the Dragon Queen, about a year and a half difference. Actually, no, I think it was about 2 years at this point. Year and a half to 2.
Yeah, it was about a year and a half.
Year and a half to 2. So, the Sword Coast is fairly devastated.
Right.
But adventurers were needed. And so we had the lovely characters. I'll start with this and then Stephen can say the other one. So, his character of Broderick Reinwald, an old non-commissioned officer who was a bard but had no vicious mockery or anything like that. That was far past his prime and looking for a good time to die. Had lived his life with his family and needed a bit to lead the other two a bit.
Yeah, he was a fun character. And then, of course, Andrew played Heinrich, who was a cleric / potentially avatar of Tempest, which was a lot of fun to explore.
He was the son of Tempest.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Lydia came in and played Adara, who was a fire genasi. Didn't get to explore a lot of her story because we all died. And then our friend Jeff played for a little while there at the beginning as, oh gosh, I get
Nas.
the two of them. Yeah, Nas, because Nal was Andrew.
Yeah.
Anyways. And he was like an assassin wizard, had been trained to be this assassin and had kind of broken away from it. So anyway, so that campaign, like Sean said, was a year and a half after the rise of Tiamat, and I think in our kind of head, it was a lot of the scattered cultists
That was
looking for a cause.
The question, like arcane knowledge, they were part of a cult that clearly got destroyed, and I think the prophets of Elemental Evil.
Coffee grindage.
Yeah.
You guys getting the coffee grindage?
Were
That's canon.
recruiting. But the big thing, they saved a small town called Red Larch.
Yep.
They went into the ruins of Tyar Basil, which was this dwarven city, and then something beneath that, the Fane of the Eye. The characters fought a number of dungeons throughout there. They were able to get one of the elemental weapons, the legendary, and they ended up calling Nithbis's help when Adara didn't want to give it up, kind of Lord of the Rings style.
Yeah. Windbane, right? Is that the one?
That was the one.
Yeah.
So Nithbis suddenly became aware of the full situation, and when they did not make it out of one of the dungeons at all, that's when the kind of original high-level heroes decided to step in.
Right. So we kind of use that just as an opportunity to revisit our OG characters, those same characters we've been talking about, Ennis, Nithbis, Kothai. Really, those three kind of came back, along with young Wayland, who had, everything all right up there? Who had just returned from Barovia. We're going to keep rolling. You guys get this raw.
This is it.
Monday
It's the
Night
castle.
Raw. And so... So the four of them descended into the Fane, having, Nithbis realizing how important it was. And they got there, and, I'll just say, knowing that Waterdeep was right around the corner. We had like 3 sessions, I think, until Waterdeep was in our hands. I knew I wanted to wrap it up relatively quickly to at least kind of finish off the story. I'll let you run that to the end there.
So Steven had a genius idea. So, 1, to save time, and 2, the OGs are those characters going through each of those dungeons. Those dungeons are very elaborate, so anybody who wants to do a lot of complex dungeons, that's the one for you.
There's some really cool ideas in there.
They're dope.
Yeah, and we didn't spoil much of it.
Yep, we missed a lot of it. So as the heroes descended, they come across the remaining prophets and think this ritual's about to start. To the prophet's surprise, something goes wrong. Mm-hmm. And instead, Tiamat manages to tear through and interrupt their ritual to come back. This time, far stronger than last time. Mm-hmm. The heroes take a beating. They give as much as they get to Tiamat, realizing that it is...
They're not going to win.
...is dire.
Maybe. I think they had it still, but anyways. Y'all were good.
Waylon decides to call on the help of a legendary wizard who is frightened, and manages to use a high-level disintegration spell to push back Tiamat again. So the elemental cults essentially were dealt with and undone, frankly, more by Tiamat.
Right.
And Tiamat was pushed back again. But as of now, the original heroes are kind of scattered. Nithbis is spending all of her resources trying to figure out how to stop Tiamat.
Right, very focused on that, kind of almost singularly.
Ennis is still helping, still being the matron of the church and, lending any support she can to those who've been wounded. Wayland, through the Mac Marches, is setting up a castle now.
Yep.
Kothai is wandering as he always does and making sure that the Skyreach is completed. The rebuilt Skyreach.
Well, I think that kind of wraps up the Mac lore in the briefest terms that we can give it. So, a quick high-level timeline, right?
Yep.
Tyranny of Dragons in Mac lore was 3 years ago, from where we're at right now. We're recording this video as of we just recorded Waterdeep Dragon Heist Episode 7. That's the current state of the art, if you will. That's the current timeline. So, minus 3 years is the start of the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. And that lasted about 6 months of game time, given all the travel and the caravan time. Yep. About 6 months, maybe a little shorter, but we'll call it 6 months. After that, about a year and a half passed until Princes of the Apocalypse and Strahd took place sort of in a little window. There was one little crossover.
Yep.
I think in Princes of the Apocalypse, or no, in Strahd, you guys saw the tree and got a glimpse of the heroes from Princes of the Apocalypse because it was looking into different realms.
That's right.
Strahd's worth watching if you guys want. I think it was pretty awesome. Yeah. They're all worth watching if you got time. And then Princes lasted maybe 2 months in game time, something like that. And then we kind of jumped ahead to more or less where we're at right now with Waterdeep Dragon Heist. So about 3 years after that war, which again kind of devastated the Sword Coast in our world. As we kind of were thinking about it, it's not really spoken so much in the book, but the Metallic Dragons say we want half of that hoard. Now that hoard represented a massive amount of theft.
The entire fortune of the Sword Coast.
Right.
So...
Yeah, so we decided, hey, that would be hard to recover from. So they're getting there now, but that's informed a lot of the situation on the Sword Coast and has left a little bit of a power vacuum for someone willing to unite people.
Correct. Charismatic leader.
Mm-hmm. With the powers of the dark gods of a dark pantheon that's been long forgotten.
Yep.
So stay tuned for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. We got anything else we want to add? Anything else that's worth noting?
We'll do another video if
cool.
I think we need to add more.
All right, this was fun. I hope this was helpful. Hope this provided some context for you guys. It's been fun to kind of revisit it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Thanks, y'all.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Mac Lore 1997. Actual special effects to be added
get that
later
in post.
Yeah. Neon.
If you see that and it's not in there, just remind us that we
we will get to it. So we're going to talk about
open threads. A couple things that are probably good to keep an eye on throughout the games and mentions. We think that we can let you guys in. First and foremost, as most of you have probably guessed if you've been watching, the Shards of Amber.
What are those? Where are they from?
Well, they were from another realm in the Shadow Plane that managed to have a new champion in Caecilius, which we just should mention in the same breath.
Yeah, same breath. That is 100% the aftermath of Strahd. We like to keep it going, right? So, the end of Strahd, there's a little stinger scene, right, that shows Caecilius on the Sword Coast with some amber where, and you know, this is a spoiler alert for Strahd, so close your ears if you are playing Strahd or don't know this already, but there's a temple there that have these amber sarcophagi where these elder evil gods are essentially, they're like these shards of the remnants of these gods are kept. So we kind of figured, hey, wouldn't it be cool though if those play into it? Because clearly, if they were encased in this temple, like something epic happened long ago.
Prison break essentially happened with Caecilius, and they are now, at least to some degree, some we've already seen in the Sword Coast, and guaranteed it will not just play into Sunday, but it'll probably play into all the stories that we have to some degree.
Right, so far it's been mentioned, of course, in Strahd, where they're sort of introduced. We did this one-shot recently, it's called Shards of Amber in the Snow. We did that with Kelsey from the Arcane Library. It's a high-level adventure. Go check it out. It's in our one-shots folder on YouTube. And it was referenced in Sean's one-shot as well for the train heist, which was a mind meld for us, because you had no idea I was going to do that, so that was cool. That's going to continue to come up, because I think in our head canon, right, these gods...
Welcome back, discerning viewers, where last we left our heroes. The stuff of legends has come together. Besides the name of Killian, Elbin, and Romer, there are lesser names that are known, especially to those of Callum and other parts of Toril. Some have been seen today. With that, there's nobody else that really sticks out. As I said, it pretty much takes the day.
I think Killian's completely spent at the end of it. Having done that in real life, the end of the day, you're just like, I need a drink, man.
As much as it seemed like, yeah, cool, rest and relaxation, there's that itching bit where you're like, I would like to just cast a spell. Can a monster come up and I just, can we fight something? I mean, not that any of you are looking for it, but the monotony of some of it, especially experienced adventurers who knew exactly what to ask, like, y'all are wasting my time, and everybody else's, thank you. But most just didn't hit it. But you have completed your business in Calimport. Unless there's anything specific you want to do?
I don't think so.
I think we're good.
Okay.
We'll assemble the Avengers.
Do you give the wine to?
The Avengers is a fictional team of superheroes appearing in Marvel Comics.
Alexa, stop.
Told you she was listening.
Thank you for that.
So are we headed back to the Lighthouse, I guess, right? Okay, I'd wait till we got back.
Okay. You guys are heading through the streets of Calimport on your way back. You end up down an alley.
That's irresponsible.
About halfway through, you just...
Irresponsible. Get lost.
I mean, you were all talking, but yeah, you legitimately don't remember how you got there or why. You were... What?
Oh, I think we took a wrong turn.
That's strange.
Do I know which way to get out?
You think you could just retrace your steps, but as you go around a corner, it's a brick wall. Like a sandstone brick.
How is that possible? Something's going on here.
I think Elvin put his hand on it to see if it was real.
It is.
Is there anyone in the alley? Anyone that we see?
Not that you see.
This is definitely strange. Is there any way back now, even back the way we just came?
So essentially...
We're coming from this way? Like
you're
the wall?
Yeah, that's where the wall is now. You expected that you should just be able to leave. But there's a wall.
Some overexposed. That's right. Oh, that's strange.
Ever heard of anything like this happening?
No. That's strange. I mean, Killian, roll a straight up intelligence for me.
Okay.
Thanks, Tito.
Oh.
Tracy, so far I've done a 9 and a 6. With straight up intelligence, that is a 10.
Nah. You're like, probably magic, but it's not. It's not coming
Not
to you.
immediate.
Yeah. You pull a Joth out.
Oh, right there.
Elbin.
Large, big boys.
I'll cast invisibility. Like, oh, we doing?
Elbin, you put your eyes back, and wolves out of the cobblestones in those small cracks just form up and are smelling and killing you. Are invisible.
On we go, I think. Slowly. Slowly, maybe.
Okay.
I'll take point, just for now. I'll move out about 30 feet ahead of him.
Okay. Go ahead and...
I'll have Anarchy sit on Romer's shoulder.
Oh.
Isn't that nice?
I'll go forward 10, 20, 30. If y'all want to move up 32. 30 also.
I was going to say...
You kind of come through... As you're coming through the alley, it almost feels like the space is strange. Like, you're kind of walking in, and it feels like the windows... It's almost like you're moving incredibly fast. Like there's tunnel vision. Like the windows almost seem to stretch with you.
Cool.
And just, you know, it's just... As you continue to go. But you see what looks like kind of almost a courtyard ahead of you. There are kind of like balconies up here, though.
Gotcha.
There's, you know, almost small planters around. It still looks like a normal alley.
Alright, I think Killian will come up to the edge of the courtyard, and if this thing's here, he'll kind of take cover behind that.
Killian, as you get right there, a figure in red with a bald head and tattoos over it appears from invisibility, and also and you've reappeared.
Nah, man.
Should we run?
No,
Do I recognize
I'm just
him?
going to watch it.
You recognize the tattoos, and you recognize that it's essentially one of the Inquisitors.
Oh, shit.
It's one of the Hounds.
Tight.
And you know that they hunt down rogue wizards or any enemies of the great state of Thay.
Fuck yes. I love it. I mean,
I
I don't. but
Why'd
I
you
love
get us in this situation?
Whoop. Alright, I think Killian would be like, you should turn back. I should warn you. I'm not who you think I am.
Like, Killian Lorca is who I think you are.
You have my name, but you do not know me. Not now.
I'm afraid you do. You have enemies. Large enemies. We had forgotten about you and Thay. Congratulations on the power that you have attained to be consequential enough for us to hunt down.
More consequential than you're capable of handling today.
Perhaps. But even if you should beat me, which you most certainly won't, the highest authorities in Thay know about you now.
Is that so?
He also has friends. Scumbag.
Ah, yes. The Warlock and the Druid.
Alright then, no
You
more
better roll
talk.
initiative.
Alright,
So
one
we
more
up?
try. One more try with Big Foamy.
Give it a shot.
Come on, Big Foam. Come on, Big Foam.
There you go.
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh. I don't like this blue die.
What's the other tents? There.
You mean the bad guys?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have moved them the other day.
Ooh, bad guys are canceled this week.
You don't see a stack of them over there?
I do not.
Crap, what did I do?
You can always use the DM one as the bad guy for now. If there's
You know what?
one.
He is
I
the bad
will.
guy.
I might have put them in the player characters. Oh, they're right there.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Crisis averted. Dude, are you okay?
He found a way
That's
to get through the
real
brick
brick.
wall. Well, let's go back. It's that
I've
easy.
done the magic as a god.
Damn.
Are you a god?
Guys, we are not in Barovia. They escaped Barovia, what nobody else has done. They went to Darkon, and they used their tower that travels in time and space to get back to Toril, and they are now in the streets of Calimport.
Yeah. No mo Barovia.
They might be in the afterlife here soon, though.
No way.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Gonna stay in the during life.
The present life. Alright, let's bring up some spellies.
Okay. What did we get for initiative?
I got a 9.
Great.
16.
Okay. Killian?
Wait for
28.
It's not bad, but it's not 28.
That's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, if it works for you.
Hey, Grim. Welcome back.
Oh, man, I miss Grim.
Yeah, he was a good boy.
That's a good boy.
That's another one shot we can do, by the way.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, hell yeah. All right.
With Null. Oh.
He's buried down in the south.
As it stands.
All right, dude. Well, I hope y'all know what I'm casting. I just got to find the spell real fast.
Lightning bolt?
Storm Sphere.
Lightning
Storm
roller?
Sphere is coming out right now. If I can just remember the stats for it. I think it's a 20-foot radius. So I'm going to go grab the radius thing real quick.
Before you do that, my dude.
Oh, no.
Let me get rid of that for
He'll
you.
have to roll.
You start doing the storm sphere, and and you can feel the magic being pulled away. So,
Sweet.
DC 10 plus the spell's level.
Yep, so level 4.
And it's just an ability check.
I was going to say roll with disadvantage. We don't have any.
I'm afraid you
Damn.
don't.
Andrew spinning
I
on
got
a dumb
You
wine
made
roll.
me.
Yeah, that was your fault.
Why'd you do that, Andrew? On a dumb wine roll.
Still happens.
Ooh, thank the gods. All right, it's a 20-foot radius. I'll have it centered on him. Or, well, I guess centered right here. So 10, 20. Comes out to here. 10, 20.
Do you want to just hit the template?
Yeah, I'll get it. I just didn't want to unclick because I think it makes a loud noise. But I'll grab it. I'll grab it in a second.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And then I need him to make me a strength saving throw.
Okay. Oh, he failed?
Okay. And this is 12 bludgeoning damage as the torrents of the storm whip around him. And then, with my bonus action, like, I'm just seeing it around him. Killian's like, I think his hair is going to be standing up, and he's going to reach up and pull a lightning bolt down directly onto him in the center of the storm.
Ooh.
And because he's inside the storm, I get to roll with advantage.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 28.
Never mind.
Well, I rolled a 19, but gives me a
Go for
28.
You'll allow it.
Yeah. And he will take 10 points of damage. Lightning damage. By the way, I think Anaki's too far out. She will stay sitting on Romer's shoulder.
All right. From around you, you feel him trying to stop. The storm sphere is going, and he's trying to pull it so that it dispels. But instead, you focus, and it cracks, and he says, "Ah!" And you call the lightning down. You've done this before against Thanes just like this. It's the arena again.
Tight. Love it. I'm going to grab that template. And then... I got to keep these templates in an easier to reach spot.
Or more obvious, too. We forget about them all the time.
Yep. Super handy.
We can just get another one of those little hangers and hang them off the
Great
side.
idea. I'll do it.
Will each one of you, as he's
I don't want to make a wisdom save.
as he is shaking, he raises a hand.
Oh, is he casting a spell?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna counter that bitch.
You're going to counter it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay, you assholes.
Tell me this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so if I'm casting a 3rd level spell but at a higher level, you would still have to roll?
I would still have to roll
Yeah.
against whatever spell he's
Okay,
casting.
then go ahead and roll. It's 4th level.
And is it just the roll plus your intelligence mod?
Just it says your ability, so
So it doesn't add... okay.
you can look at it, but I'm almost...
Oh, I thought it was just 10 plus 4.
I failed.
All right. I need
I was just wondering what my roll was.
Oh, gotcha.
Is it just your int mod? But anyways, I failed.
I'm pretty sure it is.
But... Oh, wait. Yeah. For counterspell?
Yeah.
Are you looking at it?
Do I...
Oh.
I'm just curious. Do I just add my int mod to my roll?
It says make a spellcasting ability check. Isn't that what it
It
says?
says make an ability check using your spell casting ability.
Right.
So
which is just intelligence.
Well,
Yeah,
shit.
right.
We might have actually had you there. My bad. I thought it was just plain DC plus 4. Never mind.
Wait, no, the DC is 10 plus 4.
Right.
So I was a 14.
What did he roll?
That's what I'm saying. Never mind. Yes, we're good. I got it now.
Okay, alright.
In any case, every one of you, please make a dexterity saving throw.
Ah, man.
Go boy.
Right, that's like my second worst.
Guess that's going to include my wolves.
Oh, yeah.
So there's me. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to reroll that.
I got an 18.
Okay.
So me, I got
I got a 5.
Got it.
I have -1 dex.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm easy to mess with. Dex a whiz.
Yeah.
I got a 9. And I guess I roll 1 for the wolves, or separate? I guess I roll
Yeah,
separate.
we're separate.
I'm going to give this to him because he's dealing with his nemesis.
Thanks, my dude.
They each got 12.
Okay. Everybody fails but Killian. As you, Killian, already smell the ash, and you're like, oh shit. And you kind of start to roll forward. As he closes his hand, a fireball erupts in between you.
Oh, you know what? Anaki's out. 1 hit point. Yep.
No.
10, 15, 20. That's 23 damage for the 4 of you. And that's 11
So
damage for you.
Yep. Yikes.
Cool.
Okay. Romer, it is your go.
All right.
Who's
Well, I don't want to get into the storm.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'm good. No, you're fine. I can still shoot a ring. I'm going to move to there. Did something happen? Oh, I thought you were about to do something.
Not right there, no.
Okay. I'm going to hex him,
Okay.
and I'm going to hex him strength.
Got it.
And I'm going to... That's Eldritch Blast sound. That's the way it makes. 24. I rolled an 18.
Oh, yeah, you
The
absolutely.
first one was a 10, so... So that's 14.
14 damage?
Mhm.
Ooh, yeah.
1 from Max.
Has he's still got the electricity, and you can see his robes are starting to fray as you just slamming eldritch energy into him and he's still holding a book in his hands, trying to keep it up.
Cool.
They're outside, right? Fully outside.
Yes, you are. 2. Again, you know them kind of light spellcasters, more almost a bit like Eldritch Knights, if they
Gotcha.
come out
Guardians.
of
Invisibility.
and attack you, so both with advantage. So here's you first. Nope. And here's one on you.
I assume I have my armor on that I bought. Or do
Oh,
I
yeah. Well, you tell me. What do you think? I assumed
I'm going to roll.
I assumed you had it on, but you tell me if not.
I mean, we were on our way back to the tower.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would.
I don't think you would have. If you didn't walk in wearing it, you probably would have put it on.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That one did get you there.
Yes.
Wait, hit a 9?
Oh,
No.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's my upper class right now.
You take 5 points of damage.
Good. I'll take 2.
Oh, I need to make a concentration save for that spell after he hit me with the fireball.
And I make my concentration.
Speaking of which,
I failed it. I'm going to spin this. Damn, because I already spent my reaction. Oh, God, okay. Good.
Made it?
Yeah.
For a second, the storm stops in a
No, I didn't make it. Shit.
Okay.
I did not make it.
I gotta make concentration.
Damn.
As it goes, it drops and he... You can see, though, in his eyes, the absolute zealousness of a Thayan Inquisitor.
Sweet.
What was your armor class?
15.
15? This one rolled a 12. Anything you want to do?
I've already spent my reaction.
You already spent your reaction. Okay. You take 7 points of damage.
All right.
As a blade digs in, and again, you see the simple tattoo of just one line down. Don't get that intricate when you're just the kind
Also
of
shaved.
guardians.
Yep.
Also shaved.
It's got that landing strip on their head.
That fireball hurt.
Yeah, it did.
The hell is that?
Elbin, from behind you, who looks like this.
Oh, yeah.
Seems fine.
Oh, cool.
That is badass.
There's a high, kind of almost looks like a bandana, but it's red, and it's deep red, but it's part of the cloaks underneath, and then a high silver collar comes up, as you can hear, almost sounds infernal in the way of just... And I am afraid got you at advantage. What's your armor class?
17?
Didn't get you. As a firebolt kind of just whizzes past you. Elbin, does your go now, in fact.
Woo!
Okay, wolves first. I guess there's no way to get them both on him.
Technically, you got to move then attack.
Well, either way, I guess I can't fit them
The
both.
second one
anyway.
will get it. The first one will.
Oh, you're saying physically fit them? I think you could probably
you
fit
can.
in that space.
If not, you could always move around to behind him.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have enough move.
Yeah. All right, well,
The first one won't have.
we'll say
so.
he fits it. You're right. Okay, so he's gonna attack that guy.
Okay.
19
19 definitely hits.
for 11.
And a strength save?
Yep.
No.
Woo!
Get on the floor.
You know your wolves, and you send one. Tears in with a bite kind of right under the arm, and you can see it already draw blood, and it rips. And the robes start to rip with it as you hear the heavy thud of this wizard.
Nice.
Then this guy's gonna go here. Assuming you guys think that's allowable. With advantage.
Yep,
20.
definitely.
Oh, nice.
15.
My dude, your second wolf jumps up and immediately grabs the throat and tears it. And this one is torn
Nice,
by
man.
both of them
Nice.
in a single round.
Sorry.
No,
I wasn't, so don't worry.
don't be. I have plenty more for you.
No, you don't. And then I will whip out some vines to swing upon him, so that's 16 con save.
16 con save.
Okay. I guess I have a bonus action, don't I? So,
Yay! I was hoping you put that out.
20, okay.
Thank you.
Thank the Lords of Killball.
Perfectly gets everybody for
that's 12?
12, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I was low too.
Yeah, we were hurting.
And advantage on strength saves in case they come up. Don't forget.
Thank you, Alvin.
So this one, as you try, you can start to feel it, and you see it close its eyes and focus, and the magic just kind of dissipate. Almost looks like a shield, but it just... and it's still focused on you.
Tight.
Okay, Killian, it is your go.
Alrighty. I think Killian is going to...
Can I be a little retroactive? Since he killed him, well, what, did he move like 10?
Yeah, you got it.
He would. Fine.
He's got plenty of move, right?
Yeah, he's going to go over here and help the brother out.
Alright, I think Killian will... What is it? 40 foot?
Try to slow everyone.
Yeah, I don't think I can, though. 10, 20...
40 foot now.
I could get...
You get
Because I would hit you, although I could do this angle.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold off on my higher level spell slot so I don't get counterspelled right now.
Yep.
I will, in fact, burn a second level spell slot to Misty Step. 10, 20, 30. And then kind of step right here. I think hair's still kind of crackling with some electricity. And he will shoot a firebolt at this guy.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the big boy. Feels better.
Models over. Oh!
Got it.
Yeah, I got a 24.
Yeah.
Okay. For 10, but I am going to throw in my power surge, so it'll be 14 points of damage.
You start the firebolt and push again, and there's that kind of extra just... as he tries to block, but still it's just... and you can see his robes start to burn away, and the ashes are being, like, just pulled back as he just... you can see his tattooed skin exposed on the shoulder as it just continues to go down.
Cool.
It is his go. All right, you see, though, him take some of the fire and start to turn, and you see 3 scorching rays just...
I'll try to counter it.
Okay.
It's a level 2 spell, right?
Yeah.
Casting at a higher level?
No, you got it.
Then I'll absorb the spell into my wand.
You have it. Life drain is gone.
Life drain is gone. Scorching ray is in. And I have a power surge back.
Yes. 3 scorching rays come, and he feels like he has you right there, but yep, you... And as you open your eyes again, there's just blue light that comes out, just...
Sweet.
And in fact, nobody can see it, but you can feel your tattoos. It feels like they're illuminated.
Nice.
Let's see. It's going to stay with that for now. He does put his book away and pull out a dagger, though, as he's taking a defensive stance. Romer.
I'm going to draw, and I'm going to run right at him.
Nice.
Okay. Let me attack you.
Hit.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even have to look.
Sure, he might have a minus...
minus 5.
You take 7 points of damage.
Okay. I will crit on my concentration. And I'm going to attack him.
Okay.
13.
I'm going to give this to Romer for his bravery.
Brave Sir Roma.
Lord Romer.
Here you go. So that's a 26.
Yeah.
You got him,
I'm going to Eldritch Smite him.
Do
also.
it.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Sword.
Ooh, baby.
That's that.
Those, you rolled those already, right? So they're good where they are.
Yeah, I wish. Alright, reroll this. So that is 36 damage.
God.
Okay.
And I drain a spell from him.
Yeah, you do. You get a 3rd level spell.
Nice.
Tight. So yeah, you slice down, and with it, you're dragging almost crackling eldritch energy. And as you pull the sword away, you can almost see like a gossamer thread of a spell pulled out. Him shaking. He looks...
bonus action, second wind.
Yeah.
So I get 6 back. Good.
Tight.
Sick. Okay. This one, Misty Steps.
Nah, man.
To right
that
here.
Ain't cool. Oh, yeah, that gets me.
Okay. You take 12 points of damage.
Whew.
Oh, there go your temporary.
There go my temp.
Let's see. This one comes over to you and is going to, and reaches out to grab you, and you see electricity. Yes.
Don't you love trying to hit a 9 armor class?
Man, I want to do it all the time. You take 8 damage, but then as a bonus action, it makes a sword attack.
Okay.
Nice.
And Killian, you know that they're trained to quickly cast magic along with the same motion of making an attack.
Very cool.
Hit.
Also gotcha. What happened?
Ooh.
You take 7 points of damage on that
7,
one.
so I'll take 5.
And that is them. Elvin.
Okay, Wolf's Voice. What is their movement speed?
40 or 50, I don't remember.
I have a different page up now.
Oh, Cranio. Looks like Cranio threw some divines in there.
Oh, let me see. I'm sorry. I'm over here looking at...
Oh, either way, I can get to whichever one I want.
So double move.
Ooh, thank you, Cranio.
That one won't
Here's
get.
2 more for y'all.
Oh, man.
Thank you. Sorry, they have
Can I roll that on tasting wine?
50.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 So you think it tastes better than it does? Yeah, they can get there either way. They have 50 move speed. Well, Romer's looking rough, so. Alright. I get back
He will have advantage because I'm an ally.
Yep.
Get him, boy.
Ooh.
14.
No. That does not.
Alright.
Tell me what you roll on once you finish doing it.
Okay. So, it doesn't matter. Wow, that's terrible.
This one, they just seem trained. They see that they're coming and manage to kind of counter their stance and keep your wolves at bay just with sword parries.
Alright, then Elbin will go here and druidcraft that guy.
Okay, it's a con save.
Yeah, 16. Come on, man.
Again,
One
you're
turn.
trying to get purchase with magic, and they just seem in their own flourishes to just kind of be canceling out magic.
Well, good for them.
Killian, you haven't seen fighting like this in a long time, and you know that they're smart.
All right. I think Killian's going to move here. Lightning bolt right through there.
Romer just closes his eyes.
Won't hit you this time.
He still closes his eyes.
Actually, he's going to try one
gonna
last
counter
time
it?
to counter it.
All right,
As he
it's
sees it.
automatic.
As
Good.
you,
Hopefully it's his last third level.
Yeah.
as he kind of raises up, and Romer, you see him as you see Killian. He's like, and Killian, your own hands kind of break.
That would
Wizard
be me.
battles.
Yeah, I love it. Counters upon counters.
Okay. Romer. He puts a hand out to you, and you see these pieces of force, almost like missiles, just...
Nothing I can do about that.
Mm-mm. Nothing you can do about some magic missiles.
You take 11 force damage.
Okay.
As he just...
Yeah.
And then he's going to...
Misty Step.
Romer, it's your turn.
If I move away, he could drop me.
Don't risk it.
Yeah.
Take him down.
I can't move the hex unless he's dead, right?
I think so. I think it's worded just like Hunter's Mark. I was confused because Coach has an ability with Slayer's Prey, but he can move it.
I'm going to take my little coin out, flip it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Damn, I forgot about that damn coin. I could have re-rolled my con save.
Well,
I forgot about it, too.
It's for a reroll, though, right?
Is it a reroll? Or
Yeah, you don't
That's
have to
what I
pre-roll.
remember.
Only the
re-roll,
blue
yeah.
dice are pre.
Okay, alright. Oh, wait. That's a 20?
Yeah.
So... reroll. So that's 15 damage.
15.
And the second one... I roll an 18, so
Yep.
25. Reroll. So 9 more.
You give 2 solid, kind of cut through, even though it tries to block. Still standing, though.
Does he have any spells?
Oh, yeah, actually he
loses
does.
2. Oh, actually it's a con save, right?
Yeah, it is
It
a con save.
I forgot to...
Damn, it can drain every hit. It's not like a one.
I'll
Make
That's so good.
a con save every
so
time.
good.
Yeah.
It was 1, I think I made it. 2 did not.
15.
So,
Yeah.
the second one, the first you try to kind of cut away. You can't, but you dig in the second time and you keep it a little bit slow.
Against mages.
Oh, yeah.
That's
And
why.
And it just, and you feel one of them drain. Good. Anything else, Romer?
No.
Okay. Alright.
Actually, did I do any bonus actions?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so.
Healing
Healing
potion?
potion.
Yeah.
Damn, that's another good idea.
Okay.
Pretty good roll.
Mhm.
So that's 10, 16. Yeah, much better. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. This one reaches out to you again with a shocking grasp. Gets you.
I'll allow it.
Take 8 points of damage, and then again with another action, it swings up on you. Gets you. For 8 more damage.
Jesus, 5. Okay.
Killian, this one does exactly the same to you. You know it's trying to pin you down, and you see a shocking hand come out.
I will raise a shield.
Doesn't get you. It will attempt to cut you with a sword, though. No, absolutely.
Probably didn't need a shield, but will just in case.
The energy crackles around it, and it brings up. And I mean, for a moment, you see fear. As you can almost see the glow that your own head is putting out, even kind of covered by your hair.
Tight.
Elbin.
Wolves. Wolf 1. 18.
Mm-hmm.
For 9.
Okay. And then a strength saving throw?
Yep.
What am I trying to beat?
It's 12.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
13,
Got it.
like that.
The other one. 19.
Mm-hmm.
For 12.
Those wolves are so good.
That wolf kind of kind of pulls down, and even though it manages to pull its way back up, the other just pounces, drags just across the same wounds that Romer's given. It digs claws in and just rips them.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
And then he will just run over to Mean boy. How's Killian looking? Pretty decent.
He's a little over half.
Yeah. With the whole weapon attack thing, though, I think I will. I'll come over. And Drew, grab that guy.
Sweet.
Stop, Sean.
Jeez.
Again, you just can't manage to get the magic. Okay, Killian.
Alright, I am going to step away from this dude. I would like his attack on me to be with disadvantage, please.
Okay.
I will cast a shield as a reaction.
Okay. That did it. You start to feel it coming, the blade, and you, just in passing, hit shield as you kind of continue to move.
Cool. I'm then gonna have the wand glow, and I'm gonna fire back his own scorching ray at him.
Do it up, my dude.
Alright, here we go. 3 attacks, 3 different rays. First ray,
okay.
Complete whiff. Fantastic. You're out. Second ray. Oh my god. That is a 12, so probably not. Third ray, I'm going to use this. I'm sorry, guys. I have to. Be a shame to not hit him with his own spell here. That's a 20.
He will cast a shield.
Blocks it?
And blocks it.
Oh, what a douche. Alright, that is me.
Okay. Right there. He is like, it's not just you, Killian. It's your friends. Once I get him back to Thay, we're going to cut him into pieces and study every atom. And force comes at you. Oh, no, that's it. Okay. You take 15 points of force damage. Woo. As it starts to throw Elbin back as he's kind of going back, and he's just shooting.
I need to make 2 concentration saves, I forgot.
Ah, yes, thank you.
Make it, I think. Or no, I missed it by 1.
Hexagon.
You can feel it drain as you are realizing the risk of walking around without armor. Okay. Romer, it is your turn now.
I think I can get around the wolves.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, to get to him.
Yeah, for sure.
Do I want to get to him? Yeah, I'll get to him.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Crit.
Ooh,
Nothing I can do about that.
Nice.
We roll 1s and 2s on all of them, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So that is 17.
Okay. He is still standing.
And that's a 25.
Got him.
Roll 14 more.
God, you can dish out some motherfucking damage.
Romer.
2 spells if he's still always dead.
How do you cut him down? As he's firing magic missiles at Elbin, but while he's maintaining eye contact with Killian, as you manage to just get
I think as he's still got his hand up, the first one cuts his hand off, and then he just spins the blade around and doesn't even look at him and just drives into him and just looks at the acolyte of the other one and just pulls it out. And as he does, like you see some of his wounds heal a little bit. And he gets some temporary.
Oh, yeah.
healing.
Oh, cool.
You start to heal. Killian, you watch as he falls, and you see some of his own tattoos. They seem to drip down his face into the stones, and they shoot up, and you can feel ink on your body.
Real shit.
Settle somewhere. Doesn't feel, you don't feel any adverse effects or anything like that.
Probably fine. Cool.
Okay. This one does look worried. Looks at you, Killian.
I think Killian would be like, "You're defeated, fool. You should run while you can."
Thayans never run. Except for the cowards. And he will attack you.
Alright. Cowards and dead men! I got my shield still active.
Alright.
But that'll get me.
Gotcha. Alright, so you take 5 points of lightning damage as you have the shield up and he pushes through it.
What does absorb elements do? Oh, I've already spent my reaction. Yeah. I don't even remember what that spell does.
It'll basically it'll give you resistance, and then you take that same damage you can channel into a melee attack. Okay, and then he makes a sword attack as you feel the shock as he's trying to just push into your chest, and he brings the sword up. No. That, though, doesn't get past you. Elvin.
Well, okay, I got wolves. First one. 12.
No.
Second one. 16.
That'll do it.
For 8.
8 damage. And a strength save, right?
Mm-hmm.
Missed. So he is pulled prone.
In that case, I will run up to swing. I have advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or primage discovery. Seven. You know the words. We all know words. Oh, God.
That, I'm afraid, won't do it, though.
I am on fire. Okay, well, that's me.
Killian.
Alright, Killian will attack with a shocking grasp. Advantage, which I need, because these dice fit really good.
You move away.
Yeah. Holy God. That is a 17, though.
Got it.
Alright, and I am going to channel in the power surge he took from the spell.
With that, it's even more power than you remember. Thayans here. It's what you've worried about. As you see Killian put a knee on the chest and dig his hands in and start shocking, and it starts to rend the armor as Killian continues to just push in, and this guy's just frying, and he won't take eye contact from you as he finally goes dead, and you still, even after that, continue for a moment and then stand up.
I think he'll kind of fall back and lean against this cart, breathing heavily.
And with that, careful viewers, we'll leave our party in a strange alley in Calimport.
Whew.
Join us next time as we head to the desert of Anarok.
Love it.
Awesome.
Nicely done, y'all.
That was a good one.